Coaches spend the off season in the weight room and spend the fall camp working on fundamentals. The early week of practices are all about game plan and rehearsing the play and strategies. The one things the coaches can have an idea of but hard to measure is how does a team respond to adversity. Sandites are really optimistic about this season. Last week they faced a giant of an opponent in Bixby who had won 8 of the last 9 state titles. Yet the Sandites had their moments. When looking at a football season, it's easy to see highlights and also see some points that teams can learn from. Early in the season, there are many crucial plays that can either go your way or not. There are games that you come out on top and some that you do not. The word rebound comes to mind after coming up short in a game. Many great teams on all levels are made better, stronger, and make them hungrier after suffering their first loss of the season. Tonight, the Sandites have an incredible opportunity to join the ranks of some of those great teams that choose to learn from their loss and come out better, stronger, and hungrier. The Sandites will face some of their firsts for this young season. The first road game, the first division game, the first that some of these players have played in this stadium. The Sandite faithful will be here to cheer them on to victory and hope to help them right the ship after a tough loss last week. The Sandites come into district play with a 1-1 record overall, while the Wildcats from Ponca City have a 0-2 record. Now each game just means a little more as division play starts. Who wants it more? We will see a hard-played game and know that the Sandites are ready and plan to come out with a victory. Hello, everybody. I'm Will Holder, along with my good friend Chris Kaiser and the rest of our broadcast crew as the Sandites are on the road to play Ponca City for a Week 3 divisional matchup. Chris, this game has a little bit extra meaning. Coming into the first road game, the first district game, Ponca will have the home field advantage, but yet all we've heard this week is the Sandites are prepared and ready for this matchup.
Exactly, and you pegged it right there with the intro. Is this is the first away game, man. We're coming down the turnpike and getting ready for the first district game. Just a week of first, but it's going to be a great matchup. Both teams on paper look very, very similar. They both match up really well size-wise and talent-wise and skill player-wise. I mean, just one after another. It's just going to be a dogfight here tonight. It's going to be a slugfest, and excited for the matchup and what we're going to see played out on this field.
I agree, and we'll talk about it a little later, but the weather is looking a lot different from the previous 2 weeks, but we're gonna get into that a little bit later, talk about the temperature, maybe some possibility of rain before the game's up. But when we come back, we're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we're going to hear from an interview that you have with Coach Klink this week. We're going to look at the starting lineups, the keys to the game, and we're going to also pick our projected MVPs and the ones that we think have a chance to make that list. But this weekend is the first division game. It's going to mean a little bit more. It is the Sandites and the Wildcats. This is the Sandite Tailgate Show.
So I'm just proud of our kids for going out, competing, getting out on the arena. People will say, well, you shouldn't schedule them, but, that's not what we do around here.
We talked about that last week, and I kind of knew your heart. I knew your attitude coming into that. Anything that you saw that you really, really liked from your kids? I mean,
I really like a play from our defensive line. I thought we did a good job against a perennial power like Bixby, where they routinely shell out Division I offensive linemen. And I think our guys held our own over there. And then finally towards the end, I think we kind of found some things that we could do offensively, especially that first drive in the second half.
Absolutely. You held them to a couple fourth and shorts and had a chance to get off the field, and then they hit a big play, a little broken play, went for a touchdown. But really, if you dissect it, I always know the old saying is, it's never as bad as you think it is, and it's never as good as you never play as good as you think you do. But I'm glad you could learn some things from that, and I knew you would. I was hoping you'd give me some feedback today. So here's your first. Now we're traveling. It's your first away game. What's your perspective traveling, getting on the road? What do you tell your guys as you prepare that way?
We just call it a business trip. It's going to take about an hour and a half to get to Ponca City. So the first thing we'll do is when we get there, we'll unload, get our stuff, and then we go out and what I like to call we're going to run out the trip. So we're going to get some running in, some jogging, so that we're ready to go to get that long drive out of us, because when you're riding on a bus and, you know, that bus is vibrating a little bit, those kids will take a nap and Ponca City. Coach Harmon does an unbelievable job. His kids are going to be, you know, they're going to be tough. They're going to do what they do. They want to run the football, and they got an outstanding quarterback and receiving crew. And so we got to come ready to play.
Yeah, I was going to say that quarterback and a couple receivers, they've got some playmakers. You're going to have to be prepared. Sure. Last question: how important the district play as you enter district play and that stretch of the season here? How important?
It's important. We you know, obviously, I always say a win is like a plane landing, right? They're all good. But we'd love to get some momentum going into a big time game going into district. But you know, we haven't even talked about any of that. I mean, obviously, coaches were always thinking about kind of the next step going into district. But our players are focused on Ponca City, focused on what we have to do. And I think if we can come out, you know, all guns firing, it should be a good night for us, hopefully.
All right. Well, let's travel down the highway this week. Get ready for a big matchup. Hey, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for your time.
Welcome back to the Sandite Tailgate Show. We have a lot going on. We come into somebody else's house tonight, Chris. We know that there's a lot of factors that we deal with, crowd noise being one of those. How the Sandites block that out and stay focused on their game plan. I think it's going to be one of the questions we ask all night, isn't it?
Yep, that's it. I mean, when you travel, anywhere you go, whatever level of football you play, an away game is super tough. I mean, it's always harder to play on the road in someone else's stadium, and just a tough place to win. And so it's going to mean a lot tonight for the Sandites to come away with a victory.
We know the weather has finally cooled off. It's feeling a little bit more like football weather. Last couple of weeks been really hot. We've got a chance of rain throughout the game tonight. May adjust the game plans a little bit, but I also expect, just like we have the last few weeks, that our coaches are going to go deep into the roster, and I think tonight's going to be about the same thing, just to try to keep everybody fresh, everybody as safe as possible.
Right. We know that there's going to be some, like you said, substitutions, but also some new faces that we're going to see at some key positions tonight, substituting and making some plays. But, yeah, the weather's a lot different than it has been the last couple of weeks. In fact, when we were setting up, you know, just an hour or so ago, it was raining, sprinkling here in Ponca City, and it's going to be a little bit cooler football type of weather.
There's no doubt about it. It's going to be a great time. We're going to go through our anticipated starters. As we know them as of right now, we're going to go through Sand Springs' starting lineup as we have been given to us by the coaches. We're going to start with your favorite group, the offensive line. We've got tonight left tackle, number 69, Riley Keister. We got Kester. Sorry about that, Riley. Left guard, we got Marcus Sims. At center, we got Mason Harris. At right guard, number 72, Tyler Tank Smith. And right tackle, we've got number 62, Easton Pritchard.
And those five have to have a great game tonight. They got to protect well. We got to run the ball well. No mistakes. They've got to take control early.
The next group we're going to talk about is our receivers and our slots. We got a chance to talk to some of these guys this week, had a great conversation with them. But we've got over at wide receiver on number 14, Caleb Goodman, number 10, Wyatt Rutledge, number 18, Jordan Ryder. We're also going to see
Caden Campbell, number 12.
Caden Campbell is going to be in there a lot, like he was last week. Number 42, Aiden Wadley. And at tight end, we got number 13, Alex Dudley.
All of those guys have a chance to make plays. They call themselves the ICE group. I catch everything. Great guys. Like you said, we had a chance to sit down with them this week. Wadley had a great game last week against the Bixby Spartans, had 3 catches and showed himself to be really versatile in a lot of different spots on the field, and so hopefully he'll keep that up as we go along.
In the backfield tonight, we're going to have a little bit of different look. We've got our beef and cheddar, as Coach Klinks like to call him, is Kenneth Page at number 2 and Ali McCoy, number 5. And leading this group tonight is going to be number 19, Jace Arnold. Easton Webb is going to not be in the game tonight. Jace Arnold is going to take the snaps under center tonight.
Yep, Easton took a hit last week, and third quarter pulled him out. Has a little bit of a shoulder issue, but I think he'll be back in the weeks ahead. We'll see. But Jace Arnold, it's his game tonight. He's going to have to take control. He's going to have to show himself ready to play. And my bet is that happens.
Yeah, he looked really good in practice this week. I think he's going to be right on time, ready to go. On the defensive side of the ball, we've got our defensive line, number 27, Hudson Shepard, number 8, Waylon Jeffers, number 42, Aiden Wadley, number 24, Dallas Ellifritz.
Yep, Coach talked a little bit more highly about Dallas. Man, Dallas had some great plays and did some good things last week against Bixby. I like the way Hudson Shepard's progressing. Man, kid, runs well, defends well, does a lot of things. These guys up front have come a long way in a short time, and we expect them to continue to watch them grow.
The next group is the linebacking core that's been all over the field this season so far. Number 15, Gatling Gunn. Number 6, Owen Floyd. Number 37, Tommy Forbes, going to get another start tonight with Mr. Gilman out, and so he's still nursing that injury he suffered in the Highway 97 rivalry.
Yep, and Gatlin comes up with the first INT last week of the season and does a great job putting Bixby on their heels a little bit. And Tommy Forbes does a good job filling in for Gilman, and so we expect the same thing tonight.
In our defensive backfield, at our cornerbacks, we got Landon Barnes, number 21, number 22, Christian Freitas, number 13, Alex Dudley back at free safety, and number 26, Hunter Wilson is at the strong safety position tonight.
Yep, and they're going to have to shore things up tonight because they're going to get tested by the Ponca City Wildcats. They like to throw the ball. They have a couple really big-time receivers, Gavin Cunningham and Hudson Haas, coming out of the backfield. And anyway, they're going to be tested a little bit, and hopefully they'll hold their own.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about what the Sandites have to do to find success tonight, the coin toss, and even more. We're going to pick our keys to the game and be able to give our opinion on what it may look like to be able to come away with a victory tonight. So we'll be right back, but this is the Sandite Tailgate Show.
Adopting you was the best decision in our life. And I am so proud to call you my son.
Lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back to the Sandite Tailgate Show. We are just around the corner from kickoff. It's going to be an exciting time. Chris, we've got a game plan that we've been given by the coaches. They feel solid. They feel prepared. They feel like everything that they've done in practice leading into this game is going to get them prepared to take the victory tonight. What do you think the Sandites have to do? What are your keys to the game tonight to see the Sandites come away with a victory?
Well, you're going to start fast and play physical. I think on an away game, really establish who you are physically. And they just need to come out and take the fight to them from the start. Get the offense going. I think the big question mark tonight is the new starting quarterback, Jace Arnold, and is he going to settle in, and how can he establish some rhythm? And that's going to be a big key tonight, is just to see what can they do on offense. What can the Sandites do that'll be effective? We got to get the running game going. I kind of seem like I say that every week, but that's got to happen early here, and then the quarterback for Ponca City, you just got to contain Tay Moore. You've got to keep him under control, spy him everywhere he goes. To me, he's the most dangerous player that they bring out onto the field, so you got to contain him. So those are my keys to the game. How about you?
I think watching the last 2 weeks, I think one of our things that we shot ourselves in the foot a lot. We had penalties that just kept giving. We had a great drive against Bixby last week, and we got down to the red zone, and penalty after penalty, we were backed up before you know it was third and very long. So I think we've got to control penalties tonight. I think we've got to keep a clear head, keep our emotions in check to keep us from going backwards when it comes to plays. Also think that we can't give up big plays. You look at the game last week with Bixby and even Sapulpa, a lot of their touchdowns, a lot of their scoring drives were set up by third and longs or fourth down, and we gave up the big plays. I think if we keep those two things under control tonight, it's going to allow us to be able to run our game plan and keep us on top.
I agree with that 100%. I mean, you just got to get them off the field. And our defense did a great job of doing that last week. And we just gave up the big plays on a 4th and 3, and we had a broken play that hurt us. So anyway, Sand Springs wins the toss here, and they defer to the second half. So I think Ponca City is going to receive the ball.
All right, we'll get to see our defense go up against their quarterback Tay first thing this afternoon. It's going to be an exciting
I think
time.
what you want here is let's kick it deep. Hold them, keep them deep, and just stop them. Get a turnover on downs, keep them down here on this side of the field, and then Sand Springs takes over and scores early and often.
So before kickoff, Chris, got one more question for you. Who do you think has to have a big game tonight? Who is your player that you want to tag that they've got to have a big game to come out on top?
Well, last week I picked Easton, and of course my man got a little nicked up here. But I'm gonna say that offensive front, the offensive line, have got to prove themselves, and I can't just pick one player tonight. And possibly behind them, Ali and Kenneth Page have got to be able to run the ball. But I think the front five guys up front, the forgotten five, the big uglies, got to play well tonight for Sand Springs to win.
I think I'm going to go with the defensive back. I've watched Tay play a couple games on film this week, and I think when he gets out of the pocket, he does like to go deep, and I think our cornerbacks and our safety is going to have to be ready and prepared for that. So that's who I'm going to tag is going to have a big game tonight for us to come out on top.
Well, you make me think about last year's game, and, we were up big early, and then Tay kind of got loose a little bit, and then he started finding Gavin Cunningham, and they Ponca City fought their way back into the game, and Sand Springs rallied late at the end to hold on. And that shows me that those two playmakers are back for Ponca City, and you're going to have to hold them in check. And those defensive backs that you mentioned, they've got to have a great game tonight.
Yes, they do. We're going to take one more quick break before kickoff tonight. This is the Sandite Tailgate Show. When we come back, it will be time for kickoff for this first divisional play for Sand Springs Sandites going against Ponca City Wildcats. So come right back with us.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back to Sandite Football. Chris, we are just moments away from kickoff. We want to take an opportunity to thank our sponsor tonight, Miss Amanda Dudley Real Estate. She is a great sponsor of Sandite Football, and tonight we just want to give her a big shout out and thank her for all of her support for Sandite Athletics. As Chris said earlier, Sandites won the toss and deferred, so we should see Ponca City offense first, and I really am excited to see these matchups with these two teams. I think it's going to be a great opportunity to be tested on both sides of the ball tonight.
Well, it's going to be an even matchup. Let's just call it like it is. I mean, these two teams look very similar than the Bixby front that we faced last week, and it's just a little bit more even matchup. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I know that the weather is going to become a factor. I look at it outside tonight in Ponca City. It's a great atmosphere here tonight. A lot of Sandite faithful have made the trip over from Sand Springs to come and be a part and cheer on the Sandites. The crowds are filling in. So it's almost time. It's almost time. The Sandites have taken the field. Ponca City return group is now entering the field. So we are just about ready to kick off our first division game.
So Sand Springs will be kicking off the Ponca City. Ponca will be receiving the ball and get the ball, first. And you got Taymor in the back and
Cunningham's a deep back there for the Wildcats.
Yep. So their two big playmakers are back there ready to receive the ball. So we have got to contain here. We've got to play good kickoff coverage and get this game going.
Dawson Puckett's going to tee up the ball and get ready to kick off for the Sandites. I will echo that. I think that those two guys have lots of speed back there, and we do have to cover the ball. Puckett kicks the ball off to about the 10-yard line. Cunningham's going to return for the Wildcats.
Comes to the right side. A host of Sandites there. Gatling gun leading the way there.
It's like Alex Dudley on the tackle down there as well.
Yep.
Sandites got their all-white uniforms on tonight, Chris.
Yep, they went with the ice look.
Yeah.
White on white on white.
It'll be first down and 10 for the Wildcats. They're going to mark the ball at their own 29-yard line. Wildcats going to go with a spread look tonight. Got 5 wide receivers to start the game.
Yep, empty backfield. Taymor in the back. Calls a receiver across the formation, and here comes the Wildcat. Just the Wildcats running the Wildcat.
That's right. Picked up a couple yards on the play. Going to be second down and about 7 yards is the way he marked it. Put it out to about the 33-yard line. I think as we see this game unfold, I think Taymor is going to look to run fairly quickly.
Yeah, he's going to carry the ball a bunch.
He's a dual threat for sure. Comes out with a running back in the backfield. They're going to give it to that running back.
Nice
Gatling
play.
gun comes up to make a stop.
That's where you want your bandit to come from right there. Just come up, make this run stop.
That's one of the things we've seen that they've gotten better over the last couple of weeks is to make a tackle and just hold on. So he that's exactly how you play that design run by the running back.
Looks like they lost one.
We third down and 9 for the Wildcats. Backed them up to their own 30-yard line. Taymor's back to pass.
Pressure. Held on to him. Big-time sack right there.
May give him a gain of 1 on that.
That won't go down as a sack.
Waylon Jeffers, one of the ones that met him first in the hole down there.
Yep.
It's going to bring up 4th down and 6. Wildcats going back to punt. Taymor is going to be the punter in this formation as well. Gatling gun deep for the Sandites for the return.
It's a good play by Tommy Forbes there, too. Big punt. Nice punt by Ponca City. Gatling's going to return it. About a 5-yard return. Sand Springs going to take over at their own 45.
10 minutes, 32 seconds to go in the first quarter. The Sandites are about to take over first down and 10 from their own 43-yard line. Going to be our first opportunity to see Jace Arnold leading the offense tonight. Kenneth Page is going to start in the backfield with him. Down bottom, we've got Wyatt Rutledge. We got Caleb Goodman. Campbell's up top as a wide out. Wadley in there in the H-back spot.
Hand off to Page. Stop for right at the line of scrimmage.
Wildcats shot the gap on that side and was able to bring him down for no gain. Going to bring up second down and 10. Ball on the 43-yard line, the Sandite 43. Same formation. They spread Wadley out up top. Goodman going in motion.
They bring him in on the edge here. I like the formation. Going to run it again to Kenneth Page up the middle for about a 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 7.
So far, it's a good battle in the trenches. Just kind of back and forth, pick up a small gain, no gain, pick up a couple yards. You got Wadley out wide down here at the bottom with Rutledge and Goodman.
So Arnold's first pass of the game. He's going to scramble. He got loose. He has a chance to get a first down.
He's got some room.
We stopped a little bit short.
Looks like he's going to be about 2 yards short on that run.
4th and 2, excuse me.
They crossed over into the Wildcat territory, going to be on the Wildcat 49.
They're going to go for it here.
Looks like they're leaving offense on the field.
Looks like they're bringing a jumbo set in.
They're bringing big Waylon Jeffers on in the backfield.
And Cooper Grotto is going to come in. They're going to tighten things up here, and looks like it's probably a Wildcat behind Jace Arnold here. Bringing Kenneth Page across the formation.
Inside toss. He's got room on the edge.
Does have room.
He's going to pick up the first down. And
man.
Great block there.
Waylon Jeffers out there leading the way. Great job, fellas. So, Sandite first down.
Mark the ball down at the Wildcat 40-yard line. It's going to be first down and 10 for the Sandites. They go back to their normal formation with wide outs. They put the 2 receivers up top. They've spread Wadley out down here with Campbell. Page is still in the backfield with Jace Arnold.
First down on the Ponca City 40.
Jace Arnold's back to pass again.
Got a wheel route to Kenneth Page,
Kenneth Page
right
is
down
wide
the middle
open.
of the field.
It's a foot race.
10-5, touchdown, Kenneth Page.
Great block play. Kenneth Page right over the middle, waved his hand to show him his quarterback he's open. He caught it and did the rest. Those guys had no chance to catch him when he got in the backfield. Defensive backfield, he was off to the races.
Nice wheel route by Kenneth Page. Comes out of the backfield and then finds himself right in the middle of the field. Just goes up the seam, wide open. And Jace Arnold does a great job of hitting him right in the hands.
Dawson Puckett on to attempt the PAT. Point after touchdown is good. So with 7 minutes, 59 seconds to go in the first quarter, the Sand Springs Sandites have taken a 7-0 lead. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the Sandites are going to kick it back off to the Wildcats. Welcome back to Ponca City Football Field. We just experienced Kenneth Page going loose in a wheel route. Sandites up 7-0. First quarter, they're about to kick off to the Wildcats again. Dawson Puckett has the ball teed up, getting ready to kick back to Cunningham, and Tay Moore back deep to catch the ball.
It's a nice start by the Sandites. 40-yard touchdown pass reception by Kenneth Page. Jace Arnold connected with him.
Another good kickoff, pushing them back to the 5-yard line.
He falls on it on the 4. Man, Sandites pin him deep here. Not a good choice by your receiving team here. So
looks like they're going to mark it officially on the 5-yard line. The Wildcats are going to take over first down and 10 from their own 5. I think when you look at our last offensive series by the Wildcats, the Sandites defended it perfectly, held them to 3 and out, contained Tay in the backfield, didn't let him get loose on the Wildcat package. He's going to come out with 4 wide receivers and running back in the backfield. He's going to take the snap standing right on the goal line. Drop back to pass.
Throws it outside.
He's brought down for a very short gain.
Good job by our defense there.
Christian
just to cover.
Freitas.
Yep.
Going to bring up 2nd down and 7. They gave him a 3-yard pickup on that.
Alex Dudley coming over from his safety position, making a nice tackle.
Dudley covered a lot of ground on that play to get over to make that stop. Moore's going to have 4 wide receivers coming out.
2nd and 7. They're going to hand it off underneath here in the middle. Doesn't gain very many. Waylon Jeffers, one of the first guys I see on the tackle.
You also got Hudson Shepard in there on the tackle.
Hudson Shepard coming up.
Can bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Wildcats. Clock's running, 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Mark the ball about the 12-yard line. He's going to bring in a tight formation. 2 running backs, 1 in motion.
Tay Moore keeps the ball, tries to go up the middle. It's going to be close.
Looks like he's going to be short by about a yard.
So we'll give you 4th and 2. See what the Ponca City does here.
Looks like they're bringing on their punting unit. Gatling gun back at the Wildcat 45-yard line to receive this punt from Tay Moore.
Still watch for a fake just because it's 4th and 1.
Try to draw him off sides.
It's going to be a punt. Ooh, low punt. Probably 1 hop into Gatlin's hands. Makes the first guy miss. Still on his feet. He's going to be brought down at the 45-yard line inside Ponca City's.
Cross over the Ponca City territory in the 45.
Yep. So great job by the Sandite defense holding them to a 3 and out. It'll be their 2nd punt forced of the game.
1st down and 10 for the Sandites from the 46-yard line, Ponca City.
So they'll take over 5:29. Sand Springs leads right now 7-0.
Brought Ali McCoy to the backfield with Jace Arnold.
We our first look at Ali tonight. Big bruising back. They're going to let Jace pass it out here. Comes across the middle. We got a flag out here. Probably, I don't know what it'll be.
If it's against Ponca City, White Rutledge on the reception for a 1st down.
Nice catch in traffic by Little Rut. Yeah, illegal man downfield or something. What'd they call that?
Sandites had
illegal man downfield.
Yep.
So that'll be Sand Springs' first penalty.
Five-yard penalty could be 1st down and 15 for the Sandites. They are on their own 49.5-yard line. Got 4 wide receivers for Jace Arnold.
Little reverse coming back to Goodman. Man, nice play by Ponca City defense.
Goodman's got the speed. It didn't take much, but he couldn't get around the edge on that play. Looks like they're going to lose a yard on the play.
So it'll be 2nd down and 16. 5 minutes left on the first quarter.
Still got McCoy in the backfield with 3 wide receivers. Rutledge and Goodman down below and Campbell up top. Going to run
off to Ollie McCoy. Cuts it back. Only gains about 2 yards. Ponca City filling the box up on defense, man. They're playing the run first, it looks like.
They're going to spread them out. Sandike's going to spread them out. This formation, you got to wonder if they're going to let Jace Arnold throw it again. He's had a couple good passes across the middle. He's dropped back to pass.
He's got time. And he's got a scramble. We got a flag down here. He shovel passes it out to Ali. Nice way to get rid of it. this ball's coming back.
Looks like it's going to be a holding call against the Sandites.
Yep.
We're already at 3rd and 14. That's going to bring it back to be even longer for the Sandites. Chase Arnold looks comfortable so far.
Yeah,
in the passing situation.
I would have lost money on that bet. I didn't know they would. We were going to pass this early, pass like this. So he does look really, really comfortable, though.
He's had time to survey the field on the first few plays. That particular play ran out a little bit of time and had to catch a hold on offensive line. He's back in, got 3 wide receivers down. He brought Wadley out of the backfield to put him down at the bottom.
It's about 3rd and 19 or 3rd and 24. Here's a little screen to Ollie McCoy. Oh, if he makes that guy miss, he's going to have a long way to go before he meets another defender. But that's going to bring up a 4th down for Sand Springs, and it looks like the punt team's coming out.
3 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. 4th down and 21 for the Sandites. Dawson Puckett's back to punt for the Sandites.
Number 5, DJ Garcia back deep to receive for the Wildcats.
Good snap.
Ooh, nice punt. End over end. Oh, he drops the punt. Sandites Gatling gun.
Great coverage.
Great job covering the punt right there. Nice play, defense.
Our special teams have been showing that they are all together on the plays. That the last 2 weeks we've had some great special team play from them. They work hard on it in practice, and it's paying off on Friday nights. 3 minutes, 8 seconds to go. 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats. They're going to start right on their 10-yard line, their own 10-yard line.
So this will be their 3rd possession of the half. They've been forced to punt the last 2 possessions. Sand Springs is up 7-0 right here. 3 minutes and 8 seconds left in the first quarter.
Tay Moore's back to pass for the Wildcats. Throws it across.
Nice play. One of the best defensive plays by Christian Freitas I've seen. Great job.
There's Landon Barnes there, Chris. Number 21 made that play.
Oh, you are correct. I saw 22. I thought it was 22.
Great deflection. He was
Landon,
in perfect
my
position.
apologies. That's a great job running with the receiver and making a play.
Landon seems like he's growing week after week. He
is. We don't give him enough credit.
Out on the island, a lot of
here
single
I am
coverage.
not calling his name right.
Design run for Moore up
Tay
the middle.
Moore coming up the middle.
Now Christian Freitas is in on that
Yeah, he
tackle.
comes up and becomes a run stopper. Way to go, Christian. So he'll gain 5. That'll be 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2.
Clock's running with 2:45 to go in the first quarter.
Big 3rd down here.
This is where you want to keep your composure if they try to draw you off sides.
Don't jump off sides. Keep your eyes on your keys.
Could be a designated run with Tay Moore up the middle.
Owen Floyd showing he's coming off the edge. Gatling gun moves into the middle of the defense here.
They are definitely trying to draw the Sandites off sides.
Man, they're moving right there. But we stop them.
We are.
That's
He
not
is
a first
short.
down. Great job by the Sandite defense. They weren't set in the backfield.
It's going to be 4th and inches for the Wildcats. Let's see if they're going to try to go for it here in their own territory. Ball's marked at the 19-yard line, their own 19.
They're going to go for it here. Or they're going to quick kick it.
Sandites bringing in.
Just going to try to run this thing up the middle.
Just a quarterback sneak right there.
Yep. Looks like he got a push. Oh, there's a
Got a
flag.
flag. If the play stands, it is a 1st down.
Got a Ponca City Wildcat down. No, he's hopping up now.
Somebody lost the helmet. Tay Moore lost his helmet. He's going to have to come out for a play.
I'll be interested to see what the flag is. What do we got on the call?
It's going to go against the Sandites. They're marking it off.
Personal foul
Face
face
mask.
mask.
They had the 1st down. They're going to get 15 yards tacked on. With a minute and 32 seconds, First quarter. It'll be first down and 10 for the Wildcats on their own 36-yard line.
So this will be Ponca City's first down of the game at 1:30 in the first quarter with help from a penalty. Not sure he would have gained the first down outside the penalty.
It would be real close. He was right on the line. Wildcats have 3 wide receivers and a running back.
Handoff up the middle. Good job there by Owen Floyd leading the way.
Looks like they picked up about 4 on the play. Bring up second down, 6. The interior on the defensive line for Sandites are playing tough in there tonight.
Yep.
They know they're going to be tested. They're going to have a lot of runs at them, and they are standing tall.
Showing pass here. 40 seconds left. We got a flag.
Offsides against the Sandites.
Are you kidding me?
We must have lined up offsides.
What is it?
Offsides on defense, that'll be a 5-yarder.
It's be a first down.
Second and short for the Wildcats.
Gonna start the clock. Got 35 seconds to go in the first quarter.
There'll be 4 penalties against Sand Springs tonight. Leading the way.
Back to pass. Got some pressure coming up the middle.
Great job.
Tommy Forbes stepping up to make a sack on the Wildcats that drove them back to their own 38-yard line.
Tommy comes just free, untouched, and does a great job of grabbing cloth. It's something you teach when you're teaching tackling, is just grab the cloth, hold on, let the cavalry get there. Tommy did a great job.
That's the end of the first quarter with the Sandites up 7-0. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to start the second quarter here in Ponca City Stadium.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew a girl so smart.
Welcome back to Sandite Football. Tonight we sponsored by Amanda Dudley Real Estate, Studebaker Law Firm, and Advanced Orthopedics. Thank you guys for the support of the Sandite Athletics. You guys do a great deal for our program, and our kids appreciate it. Thank you for sponsoring our athletic program. Chris, an exciting first quarter. Sandites are up 7-0.
But I tell you, the sack right there by Tommy Forbes, that changes. It was a second and short, second and 1, and he comes unblocked, and now it's 3rd and 7, and that changes the dynamics of this series right here.
Wildcats on their 39-yard line. Tay Moore's back to pass.
He's got pressure again, but he finds a way out.
Got a wide open
throws the
receiver.
open receiver.
Sandites give up a big gain. Tay Moore got a wide open receiver on the crossing route. It's going to move them down to the Sandite 27-yard line, 28-yard line.
So
First down
Ponca
and
City
10.
putting something together on this drive. Helped out by a couple of Sandite penalties. They found a way to escape right there, and Tay Moore gets the ball out and finds the open receiver. First down on the 28. Handoff up the middle. Gatling gun over there to usher him out of bounds.
Short gain, maybe 3 yards over there on the far side. One thing about Gatling gun, he is not afraid to stick his nose in there, is he?
No, he's really
around.
good run stopper and a dependable tackler.
One thing that we have improved on is our tackling. They have not allowed them to break tackles in this game. Ponca City's got some big running backs and receivers, and our guys have held on for the tackles.
Got a little run blitz coming. That's a hold. Nice interception. Here we go, Alex Dudley. Is that
Alex Dudley is on the reception of that interception. He's brought it all the way back out to the Wildcat.
Ball hawk
23.
right there.
That's what we needed, Chris. After giving up a big gain, Dudley sticks out there and catches the ball, brings it back. Great return, gets it out to the 23-yard line.
Alex had a chance last week against Bixby, probably for a pick six, and drops an open interception. But tonight he comes up big right there on the goal line, and Sandites take over here on their own 22.
First down and 10, 11 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the second quarter. Sandites are with 3 wide receiver set, going to run. Oh, it's a fake there. Passing it to Kenneth Page.
Come back to Kenneth Page with a little screen, bubble screen. Nice little call. I like the creativity tonight.
Looks like he's going to bring up a second down and 5 for the Sandites.
Like I said, let's get Arnold in a little bit of a groove, get him some confidence, and let this thing roll.
Three wide receivers with Rutledge, Goodman down bottom, and Campbell up top. Kenneth Page getting the handoff, going to be met in the backfield and going to lose a couple of yards on that play.
Yeah, Ponca City linebacker just sneaks underneath there, kind of cheats the play. That's one of those that you come back with a counter, or you keep the ball there and kind of a zone read, and you'll go for 10 or 15 without being touched. But got to hold them honest, keep them honest.
Could bring up a third down and 8 for the Sandites. Kenneth Page in the backfield, and your 3 wide receivers out. Actually 4, they brought Wadley out.
Goodman's in the slot.
Got time to pass.
Got some pressure. Oh.
Rutledge couldn't come down with it, a little high.
Nice ball.
Fourth down and 8 to go for the Sandites. Looks like they're bringing on the punt team. Our player of the game last week was Dawson Puckett, and he's back out for his second punt tonight, Chris.
Just want to see it get away clean. That's all I ask for every time we punt. Good snap, good catch, punt it away. There's the snap, big punt.
Good punt.
Nice spiral.
Ponca City
boom.
Take it at the 39-yard line and brought down immediately.
Big time hit. There's a flag.
2 flags down.
It's Hunter Wilson on the play.
See what the call is here.
It's great coverage and
personal foul.
Offsetting personal fouls.
Replay 4th down.
What? We're making up rules now. Oh, my goodness. So let's see here. I don't even know where to mark these. I'm trying to keep track of the penalties.
It's going to be 4th down and 8 again for the Sandites. They're going to go back and punt.
That'll actually go down as Ponca City's first flag, or first penalty of the night. Offsetting penalties, we're going to replay this.
Personal foul, not sure what that call was. Dawson Puckett back to punt again.
Just getting a little warm up. Good punt, a little high snap.
Going to hit the ground and bounce. Taking a Sandite bounce down to the 41-yard line where the Sandites will down it. Wildcats going to take over first down and 10 from their own 41-yard line.
So at the 10:32 mark of the second quarter, Sandites still own a 7-0 lead. And Ponca City takes over on their 41. they got a little momentum going that last drive. They kind of figured some things out. Just a little mix of run and pass. So Sand Springs needs to buckle down here.
Moore's got an empty backfield in this play.
3 receivers down here. Here comes a bubble outside. Nice play.
Great tackle.
Hunter Wilson, who did such a great job on the punt coverage, comes off the block.
Looks like they're going to pick up 5 on the play. Going to be 2nd down and 5 for the Wildcats. 46-yard line, their own 46-yard line. They've had a good mixture. They've ran the ball with quarterback, with the running backs. Now they're trying these little bubbles and screens to try to catch the Sandites off guard.
Got Cunningham down here. Here comes a run up the middle. Looks like he's going to get a first down.
They marked him a gain of 7 on the play. Going to be a 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats. It was well blocked, just got a crease in the middle and picked up 7 yards on the play.
So Ponca City just mixing it up a little.
Another 5 receiver set. Got a little man coverage going, another bubble screen down at the bottom. Waylon Jeffers forcing him out of bounds. Sorry, that's
Owen Floyd.
Owen Floyd. Sorry about that, Owen.
Still gained 4 yards. We need a tackle for a loss here.
Empty backfield, so it looks like it's either going to be a pass or a little bubble screen, what they've been running out of this set. Sandites going to take a timeout. First one of the half. 8 minutes, 57 seconds to go in the second quarter. Sandites still holding a 7-0 lead. 2nd down and 6 for the Wildcats when we come out of this timeout. Chris, when you look at the Ponca City, they haven't done anything we weren't prepared for.
No, they just have figured out how they can run. They're bringing they'll come out in an open or empty formation. They'll bring one of their receivers back into the backfield at the last minute and just hand it off underneath in the middle and getting 4 yards of carry, it looks like, and then they'll bubble it out and get 4 yards of carry. They just mix it up, run and pass, and Moore really hasn't scrambled as much as I thought they'd let him scramble. So
only going downfield deep a couple times. One of it they found success on, and the other time they threw an interception. So they mainly held it closer to the line of scrimmage where they going 4 or 5 yard route or a little bubble screen. They come back into that same empty set where they got 5 wide receivers here for Moore. See if they do more of the same in this set. It's 2nd down and 6 for the Wildcats on their Sandite 48-yard line. He is back to pass.
He's going deep on this play. Nice play.
Great defensive play.
Christian Freitas.
Step by step, step for step with a wide receiver and just knocked it down at the last minute.
Ran with him.
That's what you like to see out of your defensive backs, so stay with them and not create a pass interference. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 6.
I just keep going to where Cunningham is. I just want to make sure, they've kept Landon Barnes on him most of the night. So
he's down.
And they really haven't targeted him that much. I thought that he would be the guy they just go to, almost every time they throw the ball.
Going to have a running back and run a little inside.
A little shovel inside. Owen Floyd does a great job reading the play. Lets it set itself up. But
Markham Sims in there on the tackle.
So this is going to lead to a 4th and 5. I wonder if they're going to go for it here. Looks like they're going to punt it.
They're keeping the offense on the field, but Moore's also one of their punters, so you never know if it's going to be a punt or if they're going to run their offensive set. Clock is running. 4th down and 5 to go, and they're going to keep it in. 4 wide receivers.
He's going to pass it. He's going deep up to Gavin.
Landon Barnes down here. Defended it perfectly. The Wildcats are going to turn it over on downs. The Sandites going to take over 1st down and 10 from their own 43-yard line. 8 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the second quarter. Sandites 7, Wildcats 0.
This would be the time here that we need to stretch out the lead here. Sand Springs winning 7-0. 8:10 left in the half. Sand Spring offense coming back out after a turnover on downs. Will take the ball at the 48-yard line.
Full wide receivers and Ollie McCoy in the back with Jace Arnold. Bring it in as a little tighter set. Got it wide open.
Nice. Goodman's got it.
Goodman's
if he gets
got
past
it.
this
He
guy,
just
he
needs one
might
block.
be
He's
to the races. He's gone. He's got one
man
guy
to
to beat. Touchdown, Sandites. Oh.
They're going to mark
They're going to mark
out.
it down at the 1 yard line, half-yard line.
Chris, we were talking to the receivers this week, and every one of them said Goodman can win a foot race.
Yep,
and you
they
saw
didn't even
his
hesitate
speed.
either, did they? They just pointed. We asked them in the meeting, hey, which one of you is fastest? And all, there's 5 guys in it, and the other 4 guys just turned it. I mean, no question, Goodman.
You could see a little bit of speed there.
I knew if he could make the first guy miss, he's going to be gone. And figure the refs give it to him just in effort. Looked like he stretched the ball across the pylon to me.
He must have stepped out of bounds. Sandites going to bring in their jumbo set.
And we're going to just hand it off to Ali, and Ali's going to drive it into the end zone. Touchdown, Sandites.
That was a great play. You knew getting down to the goal line, that was one of their favorite sets to just hand it off to their big backs, but they bring the big guys in to help block for that. But Ali McCoy is a load to bring down when he goes north and south, and that 2 yard and a half touchdown run for him was more of the same that we've seen from Ali McCoy. Dawson Puck is lined up to do the point after touchdown.
So at the 7:52 mark, it looks like the Sandites will go up 14-0, and the extra point is good.
That's what we need, especially when we get a turnover on downs from the Wildcats, to take it and go down the field to take a drive. Watch Goodman with his speed and Ali punch it in. It just takes a little bit of time off the clock, but we needed that. We needed that to be able to add to our lead.
Think back to as we took the offense came out on the field. I said, right now is the time that you need to spread the lead. This is the opportunity right now to extend the lead. Your defense just held them, turnover on downs, and that'll just complement what the defense just did, and the offense did a great job. Goodman sets that touchdown up with the foot race after a little short pass and just makes the first guy miss. And then Ali McCoy drives the ball into the end zone with those powerful legs.
You think about that formation they ran that long Goodman pass on. It looked like what we've been running the running backs out of the backfield in, and Jace Arnold just caught Goodman on a rollout, and he did the rest.
Were you surprised that they're letting Arnold pass as much as they are?
I
mean, I love it. Great job to the Sandite offensive coordinator and the offensive guys, and I love it.
They definitely see something they like when it comes to those matchups, and Jace Arnold stood
like I said, I lost the bet. I figured we were going to come in and pound the rock, and we're going to run the ball, and we're throwing it around the yard tonight. Nice kickoff here. They let it go.
Dawson Puck is going to get credit of a touchback.
But that could have been disastrous for Ponca City.
There was no communication.
There is some problems on the return team. You can tell. They lack of communication. This is to be the second ball tonight that the receivers have just let hit and just sit.
One made them start on their own 5-yard line, and that one could have been disastrous. They looked at each other and let it hit, and lucky for the Wildcats, it rolled into the end zone. So they're going to start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. 7:52 to go in the second quarter. The Wildcats are taking over on offense.
Sand Springs up 14-0.
I've been really impressed with our defensive stands. We've given up a few plays. We've also been able to stop a few plays for loss.
Here's a pass out to Gavin Cunningham.
That's the guy you know that they're going to go to a lot. Seems like Landon Barnes has had him locked down, but he gets a free pass out on the flat and picks up about 5 yards on that play.
I thought they go to him a lot more than they have, but now they seem to be working towards him in the offense. So
Second down and 5 for the Wildcats. They're on the 25-yard line. Their own territory. They're going to spread it out with 4 wide receivers, 1 running back with Tay Moore. Going to play some.
Well, here comes the
same play this side. Going to get some pressure in the backfield.
Tay Moore gets away. There you see the scrambling ability of
Hudson
Tay Moore.
Shepard forcing him out of bounds, but he picks up the first down on that run. That's where he comes in. He's dangerous whenever he gets loose like that because you think you've got him contained, but he breaks the tackle, and he picks up a first down for the Wildcats.
You let him get loose and get just a little bit of open field, and he can hurt you. So
the plus side of that, our defensive backs had the receivers covered up, so he didn't have anywhere to go with it.
They did, and it looked like it was a run-pass option, and he had nothing over here on this side of the field where he wanted to throw the ball. So he's going to keep it again. They're going to try to get him involved in the offense. He might break this.
Gatling
gun overruns him. Great
Barnes
job by Landon Barnes. That is a great pursuit. Although we had several missed tackles.
Tay Moore caught Dallas Elfrid's. He chose to go with the fake, and he left the end wide open and was able to scamper down the field for a huge gain for the Wildcats. Clock is running. First down and 10 for the Wildcats. 6:50 to go in the second quarter. The ball is on the Sandite 20-yard line.
So Tay Moore gets the Ponca City Wildcats down to their own 20. Timeout is called.
They brought in a different quarterback in this set.
They're going to try to get Tay a little bit of a break here. They'll probably bring him back in. So
number 35, not.
He just had roster. 2 big plays in a row. You know he's gassed a little bit. See here, Tay's back in the game. 2 big plays.
It's a good timeout for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it is.
It also helps out the Sandites because that was a lot of people chasing him down the field, so they are able to get a breather and get a little bit of water as well.
Well, just like that, Ponca City's down in the their own in the red zone. Have a chance to put some points on the board tonight. Tay Moore's dangerous. I've said. I mean, you asked me about my scouting report, and I said he's the most dangerous player on their team.
There's no doubt. The film, when we watched it this week, Chris, we were able to see that sometimes he likes to run it often, and this time he's been a little hesitant, but now in the last couple series he's found some success running the ball. So I feel like that you're going to see more of that. Our defensive line and linebackers are going to have to key in on that to try to contain him in the box. First and 10 from the Wildcats from their Sandite 20-yard line. Tay Moore's got going to hand it off around the end. Nothing doing there.
No.
Sandites, I see Gatling gun in there. Dallas Elfrid's making the stop.
Well, that play happened because of Dallas just containing right there, forced everything back inside, and then he got in on the tackle. So
going to lose 2 yards on the play. He's going to bring up second down and 12 from the 22.
It'll be a tackle for loss. This will be a nice opportunity just to hold them to a field goal chance.
Second down and long. Wildcats going to come out with 3 wide receivers and a running back.
Landon Barnes down here on the near side with Cunningham. Cunningham's going to run it out. They're going to throw it up.
Great.
Oh, nice job. Is that?
He caught this. Dudley caught the ball, but he was out of bounds.
Dudley's just a ball hawk. I mean, he just knows where the ball is and goes and finds it. That's not an interception, but because he landed out of bounds, but he did catch that.
He did go get it.
And that'll go down as an incomplete or pass breakup. So
I remember us talking last week about Dudley. He's just all over the field. You can never count him out wherever he's going to show up. Wherever the ball's at, he's going to be in on the play.
Great knack for finding the football and know where it's coming.
Third down and 12 for the Wildcats.
They're going to
roll him out again.
Got a little pressure.
Got a little screen behind him.
Drops it. That's not a fumble.
Tay Moore slow to get up.
Incomplete pass.
Great defensive play there. Tommy Forbes in on the breaking it up on the receiver
So just
side.
like I called it, it looks like they're going. We're going to force Are they going to go for a field goal? They're just going to try their shot at the end zone here.
It's 4th down and 12 from the 22-yard line, so looks like the offensive set's going to be still on the field. Tay Moore's down here with his coach getting the play.
They'll throw it up for grabs. They're coming to Cunningham right here. Watch.
Got one-on-one coverage down here with Landon Barnes.
Try to bring him across the field, probably slant.
Got a flag on the play.
Timeout. Timeout.
Oh, sorry, timeout. Check that. 5 minutes, 38 seconds to go in the second quarter.
That'll be that Ponca City's second timeout, I believe. I don't think they had the formation that they wanted. I promise you, I think they're going down to Gavin here. Gavin, the Cunningham.
Seems to be Tay Moore's favorite target when it comes to throwing the ball for sure.
Yeah. Looks like he. Man, Coach Harmon, he's asking for some more time put back on the clock.
I noticed after the referee stopped play that the clock continued to run. So yeah, 5:41 to go in the first half. 4th down and 12 for the Wildcats. You got Cunningham spread out from everybody else, so you think he's going to try to get a little one-on-one coverage or find a little soft spot in the zone to sit down and catch the pass. This is where a pass rush and some pressure on Tay Moore is going to help us to get them off the field here in 4th down and 12.
See if we can get that. Owen Floyd, Tommy Forbes. Here they come. They're both coming. There's a flag on the play.
False start.
False start.
Going to back them up, 4th down and 17. Coach Klink's dialing up some pressure coming from his linebackers on that play.
He's going to test them, I promise you.
Let's see if he continues to do the same on this 4th down and long. Still got 4 wide receivers. Cunningham way down here on the bottom by himself. Got some motion coming across the formation.
Tay Moore fakes the handoff.
Got some pressure.
Here we go.
He's going to just throw it up for grabs in the end zone.
There's another interception.
Got an interception.
Is that Gatlin?
That's
Alex Dudley. He may go.
Dudley has a great return, brings it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
That'll be his second interception of the night. He took a shot there from a big offensive lineman, but, man, he had about a 30-yard return out of the end zone.
He won't get credit for it, but he was about 5 yards deep in the end zone when he caught that and decided to run it out and had a great return all the way out to the 30-yard line. 5 minutes, 26 seconds to go in the first half. Sandites are going to take over 1st down and 10 from their own 30-yard line. As you said on the last offensive drive, Chris, it would be nice to just pad our lead right here. So let's see if we are going to run the ball or if Jace Arnold's going to come out throwing the ball here.
You got 5:26 left in the half. Sand Springs up 14-0. Just got their second turnover of the game.
Got
another Alex Dudley interception.
Yes, Ali McCoy in the backfield. They're going to bring us in that little tight formation that Goodman caught the pass on. Going to send Ali out in motion. Jace Arnold's got a
man. Goodwin's got it. If he can turn the corner, ooh, he gets a horse collar.
Yeah,
there's the call.
Going to get us a few more yards after that penalty's called. So we're definitely going to have a 1st down. 1st down and 10 for the Sandites. Going to tack on some yards for the horse collar tackle. $15 yards, going to bring it out to just inside the Wildcat territory. Sand Springs Sandites going to take over 1st down and 10.
On the 50 or 49.
Jace Arnold had a guy breathing down his neck from behind. He just got it off in time to catch it.
He took a hit.
Ollie McCoy up the right side. He dropped the ball. He's pointing. The referee on the other side is pointing, and he was down by contact. So that should stay with Sand Springs.
Nice. We just got a break right there. From up here, to me, it looked like a fumble.
Picked up about 3 yards on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down and 7. Clock's running at 4 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sandites going to spread it out a little bit. Got 3 wide receivers. Ollie McCoy still in the backfield with Jace Arnold.
Brings Goodman in a little tighter in the set. Going to hand it back off to Kenneth Pay. Is that Kenneth or is that Ali still in.
That's
No,
Kenneth Page.
Kenneth Page.
He came in. We got a penalty on the short side.
Yep, that's Harmon.
Somebody got it on the
Coach
sideline.
Harmon. I think it's just going to be a sideline warning.
Let's see what he calls. It was well after the play, and saw the.
It's going to be a sideline warning on Ponca City. Ponca City quickly racking up the penalties now.
They called an unsportsmanlike against Ponca City.
Wow.
They're going to mark off 15 yards.
Wow.
Going to be an automatic first down. Going to bring Sandites down to the 26-yard line of Ponca City. First down and 10 with 4 minutes, 22 seconds to go in the first half. He must have said something the referee didn't like.
That'll be the second penalty of this drive, and it'll be the fourth penalty for Ponca City in the game. Here comes Kenneth Page up the middle, gets about 7.
Run game's beginning to open up. I think when you have the success of passing the ball.
Well, here's where you pound it. You just pound it with these guys.
I'd
call it again. Bring it across. Here we go. Goodwin across the formation.
Kenneth
Turn
Page
on the burners.
throwing a block. Picked up
Nice tackle.
First
and
down.
we got a flag. Wonder what the flag is. Is it a face mask? Personal
holding against the Sandites. He did pick up the first down on that, but it's going to be voided out by the holding penalty.
Going to slow the game down a little bit.
A repeat second down.
That'll be the 6th penalty for Sand Springs tonight. Be a little costly. It'll be second and what, 8?
8. It was a great play call. Had one block down Kenneth Page to free Goodman to pick up the first down before the holding penalty. To bring Goodman in motion again. Jason Arnold commanding the offense. Going to hand it to Kenneth Page and was met in the backfield for a loss of 2 yards.
And that linebacker, there he is again. He's just cheating that formation. Coming underneath the pin and pull. And
third down and 10 for the Sandites.
Loss.
Clock is running. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Sandites still have a 14-0 lead.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. 3rd and 10.
Jason Arnold back to
pass. Little screen pass to Kenneth. He's got room. He's just got to keep going. He got a first down. Be an 11 or 12-yard gain on a nice just middle screen.
That's one way to minimize the aggression of the linebackers coming in. Just catch them off guard with a little screen pass.
I always call that elephants on parade. You know, there's 5 dudes right there, and Kenneth is in the mix. He's like, "Come on, guys, let's get running." So that'll be a first down for the Sandites on their own 15.
2:45 to go in the first half. Can hand it right back to Kenneth Page, right side. Short gain, maybe picked up 2 yards on that.
Gains 2. That'll be the 3rd first down of the drive. This will be the 10th play.
Ali McCoy giving Kenneth Page a break.
Sand Springs took over with 5:20 on the clock. Burned up about 3 minutes so far.
Second down and 9 for the Sandites. Jason Arnold going to keep it.
Almost fumbled it. Did you see that?
I saw it.
Now that was a little zone read keep, trying to kind of catch that linebacker that's been sneaking underneath. He gained a few, but he almost dropped the. This is going to be 3rd and 7. 3rd and
You're going to give him
8.
1 yard gain on that run. Clock's running, minute 40 seconds. 3rd down and 9. They still have it 9, but it looks like 3rd down and 8 over with the referee.
Yeah. Clock is running 1 minute and a half, minute 30. Sand Springs winning 14-0, getting ready for halftime.
Sandites will receive.
Bringing
the kick.
Wadley across the formation back to the tight end spot. Here's the handoff to Ali up the middle. He's going to make there's a flag on the play. Yeah, that's going to be his 2nd touchdown of the night, except we're going to get a holding call.
Riley didn't like that call. He looked back at the referee and was trying to talk him out of throwing that flag.
Well,
It's going to back us up, going to take the touchdown off the board.
that'll be the 4th penalty of this drive. 2 against Ponca City and 2 against Sand Springs. 2 holding calls, but it really hadn't hindered them too. Now this one will hurt because with a minute left, minute 13 left, it's going to be 3rd and 18.
Is your bet that they're going to turn Jace Arnold loose and throw the ball?
Where's Goodman?
Coming across here in motion is Goodman.
I'd bring him right up the seam and see if I can get it over the top.
He's
Throw
gonna-
it. Throw it now.
He's got it.
There it is.
He's got it.
Big time. Touchdown,
Touchdown.
Sandites.
Beautiful
Called it.
route.
Hey, I called it.
Yes, you did. Great job on that pass. He just floated it up. The defender never looked back, and Goodman just running step for step and just went up and got it at the last minute right in the middle of the end zone.
I love that formation. I love bringing the outside receiver back into the seam, into the middle of the formation, and then run him outside. You can't stay with Goodman when he does that. You can't do that. It's almost physically impossible.
You have to have some safety help to come over. Dawson Puckett with point after touchdown.
That'll be good. Sandites take a 21-0 lead by a beautiful toss and a beautiful catch by Jace Arnold and Goodman, Caleb Goodman. Fantastic job.
Minute and 5 seconds to go in the half. Sandites did go up 21-0. Chris, that was exactly what we need. We get the kickoff at second half, so we're going to continue this momentum. We've just got to stop the Wildcats on this drive so that we can keep them scoreless in the first half.
Well, and just think about the 2 big holding calls, and we're 3rd and 18 right there. Need a big play, and Arnold just delivers. Great job right here. 21-0. It looks like that Sand Springs will go into the half with a big lead here. Just what they needed on their first road game.
Your offensive line gave plenty of time for him to just loft that up, but it didn't take much time whenever you got Goodman on the receiving end. It was just a beautiful pass.
They motion him back into the middle of the field here, and then let him just run a go route, or a fade route almost, and just threw perfect throw and catch. Perfect.
When you got somebody with speed like that, you know we had 3 wide receivers up there, and when he motioned back around those guys, there was no way that one-on-one coverage could stay with Goodman. Dawson Puckett's got it teed up for the kickoff. Cunningham back deep for the Ponca City Wildcats.
Ooh, nice little pooch kit. See if they – they drop it.
Looks like Ponca City got on top of it.
Barely. I like that, switching it up right there.
It almost hit the ground. Number 3, Tay Moore, was able to get up there and catch it, fumbled it, and picked it back up.
The minute 5, Ponca City takes over on their own 34.
First down and 10 from their own 34. They're going to bring in a new formation. You're going to have 4 wide receivers in a bunch,
it's kind of a diamond formation down here.
1 receiver up.
I bet Tay just brings it across the field with the pass option, and here, nope, they're going to bubble it out. Holding!
Holding right there.
Oh, my goodness.
Pass for a loss right there. You don't see that very often.
Hunter Wilson just got straight. They just grabbed him and threw him down. He's coming up to break up this bubble pass.
They bring up second down and 12, 45 seconds to go. They're going to hurry to get one more play off before halftime. Clock's running down to 38 seconds. 4 wide receivers, 1 running back. Sends a guy in motion. Going to run it off the right-hand side. Landon Barnes takes him on and brings him down.
Job, Landon.
Clock stops temporarily for the chains to move. It was a first down for the Wildcats. Going to bring up first down and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Clock's running with 20 seconds to go. They're going to try to get one more play off. Tay Moore taking it back for a pass. He's going to go deep.
No, he's way over the top of the receiver.
Great coverage out there. Christian did a great job just keeping the receiver away from the ball. Just under 8 seconds to go. Clock stopped. Ponca City second down and 10 from their 44-yard line. Their own 44. Chris, coming up at the half, we're going to talk a little bit about some highlights from the first half. Going to talk about maybe some halftime adjustments and some of our thoughts, and see what we can do to continue to build the momentum that the Sandites have.
You bet.
Tay Moore got rolled out, going to try to pass.
Man, we got some pressure coming. He's got some time. The Gatling gun has a chance to make an interception. I'd bring it across the field right here. Third interception by the Sandite defense tonight. Gatling gun gets his second interception of the season.
Great job. Gatling gun brings it back to the 40-yard line, but that is halftime. Sand Springs Sandites 21, Ponca City Wildcats 0. An exciting first half. It was what we expected. We knew that this was going to be a game that could go either way in a lot of the ways, and Sandites are coming out on top. Their defense has taken on the challenge of stopping Tay Moore in his passing game, his running game. They've done a really good job containing him. So that's part of mostly why they're going in 21-0 is because of those 4 interceptions or 3 interceptions. Was it 3 or 4? 3 interceptions in the first half, and that's a big reason why they're here. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back in just a few minutes, and we're going to talk about some of the highlights of the first half and kind of talk about some of the adjustments and to continue the success that Sand Springs have found in the first half. So we will be right back. We're going to take a quick break.
Tara Pratt, Jason Salazar, and Chelsea Davis, and field leadership of drum majors Julian Estrada, Claudia Brown, and Victoria Matter. Tonight's performance will feature the band's 2023 production, Forging Pathways. Please welcome to the field the Ponca City High School Marching Band. Drum majors, is your band ready? You may take the field for your performance.
Welcome back to the Sandite halftime show. Chris, we had an exciting first half. Our offense and our defense are playing on all cylinders. Before we get started in our stats, I'd like to give a few shout-outs to some of our sponsors. We got Miss Amanda Dudley Real Estate is our corporate sponsor for tonight's game. We also have Studebaker Law Firm and Advanced Orthopedics. Thank you guys for your continued support for the Sandite Athletics. Also, we receive our stats from our friend over at Sandite Pride. Mr. Scott has taken good care of us to give us some stats that we can let our viewers know what's going on in the game. Also want to give a shout out to our broadcast crew, Chris. This couldn't be possible without them. We got it led by Marquise and Matt Barnett. We got our cameramen, Micah and Jacob. And tonight we're joined by the legend himself, Pastor Brent Kellogg's with us, helping us on our road broadcast team tonight.
Well, his Oolaga Mustangs are off tonight, so he had a chance to ride with pride with us, and man, it's great to have him. So he's given us some great help and great pointers, and just makes for a great team.
I know that our viewers at home have enjoyed the first half of exciting football. Chris, why don't you talk a little bit about some of the notes that you have, that you've taken notes of in the first half, and some of the things that we may be expected to change coming into the second half?
Well, by far the best half of football this year that Sand Springs has played. I mean, they just put together a marvelous half here, and hopefully they'll keep that up. But they're up 21-0, scored 3 touchdowns. The first one was a beautiful just a wheel route out of the backfield to Kenneth Page, ended up being a 40-yard toss and catch from Jace Arnold to Kenneth Page. And second touchdown was Ollie McCoy just bullying himself up the middle like he does. And really one of the keys of the first half was the defense. But the second interception tonight by Alex Dudley led to the last Sand Springs touchdown, which was highlighted by a 3rd and 18 touchdown pass from Dudley to from Arnold to Caleb Goodman, and just a great way to respond to. Sand Springs got held back by a couple holding calls, and they just responded really, really well. But defensively, probably the best half of football that Sand Springs has put up. Ponca City had 6 possessions tonight. 2 3-and-outs were forced with the punt. 3 of those drives were stopped by interceptions. 2 interceptions by Alex Dudley and 1 by Gatlin Gunn, and then the final was just a turnover on down. So in the 6 times that Ponca City's had the ball, the Sand Springs has held them to no points and forced them to punt and offered up 3 turnovers. So just a great half of football by Sand Springs. I'm sure Coach Klink in the halftime locker room is really excited. So looks like you got some stats pulled up.
I do. Our good friend Scott over at Sandite Pride just emailed me some stats. And, Chris, this is one of the ones that we probably were not expecting to be so much, just because we see Jace Arnold in the Wildcat package and running formations more than we do him being a passer. But Jace has completed 9 out of 10 passes for 153 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Wow. I would have never guessed that.
An incredible
9
first
of
half.
10.
9 of 10, 153 yards. Kenneth Page has 4 catches for 66 yards and a touchdown, plus he has 7 carries for 10 yards. Caleb Goodman, the speedster, has 4 catches for 83 yards and a touchdown. Sandites have 4 tackles for a loss, 1 sack, 5 pass deflections. Gatlin Gunn leads, you mentioned, he has 4 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and an interception.
Right.
So our defense definitely has stood up to the challenge. Dallas Elfreds has 4 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. Alex Dudley has 2 tackles, 1 pass deflection, and 2 interceptions. So by far, we knew the defense coming in would have to do their part to keep the containment of the quarterback and to break up these long passes, and they have not found much success going deep on our defensive backs.
Well, it gets easy to talk about the points scored, but when you really look at why we're there and how we got there, it's the defense.
That's exactly right. And just the dual threat quarterback, Tay Moore, has been held to 7 of 16 passing for 49 yards, and he's thrown 3 interceptions. And he has had a little success on the run. He's had 7 carries for 73 yards, and that's just some of those broken plays in the backfield, just getting out of the pocket and being able to scramble down the field.
I can remember his long run. We had him bottled up, and he found a way out on that far sideline. And picked up a first down and made about 30 or 40 of those yards.
That's right. Well, and to go into, I think you may have covered some of this, but the total offense, Sandites have 176 yards to the Ponca City has 147 with the penalties. Did you cover the penalties?
I didn't talk about them, but I have a list of them right now. I had 7 penalties on Sand Springs and 4 on Ponca City.
And I think that was one of my keys to the game early in pregame show was to remain penalty free as much as possible. And I think we've done a really good job of that. I think that's been something that we've held under control. Yes, we have had 4 penalties or 7 penalties, but yet we've bounced back and we've had a holding call, but then we threw a beautiful touchdown pass. So I think we've been able to overcome some of those.
I agree. I think coming into that final Sand Springs drive, that was an 11-play drive that ate up about 3 minutes of the game too. It was like 5-4 on penalties. You know, Sand Springs had 5 and Ponca had 4, and then we got 2 holding calls back to back there on that drive, but it still didn't keep Sand Springs from going into the end zone. So that's some resiliency. It's pretty exciting to see that that didn't cause them to stop, and turn the ball over at that point. So anyway, you got to be happy about that. I'm sure Coach Klink has fired him up in the locker room. So excited to see these guys come back out and keep the momentum going.
Chris, before we go into our final break before the second half kickoff, tell me one of the things that you think Sand Springs has to continue to do to drive the ball down and continue to score.
Well, I would be lying if I didn't say that with Jace Arnold, I didn't think that he was going to throw the ball that much. And so to have him looking very, very comfortable in the pocket and dropping back and delivering strikes, I mean, it's exciting to see. I guess you get thrown out there last week against Bixby, and he actually threw 2 interceptions that ended up being both pick sixes. I just didn't know if we were going to, leave him in to fire the ball. But, man, I think Coach Klink and Coach Kazar just felt like, hey, this kid can do this. He can. I mean, I watched him when he was a 8th grader and a freshman, and he does a great job as a quarterback here. So it's just all been Easton Webb. We're just focused on him. But Arnold's come in and done a great job tonight as a backup.
There's no doubt. I think one of the things I'd say that we need to stay focused on is not lose our focus when Ponca City goes deep. I think that they're going to try that. I think the score is going to dictate them having to go down the field a little more, and our defensive backs and our safeties are going to have to stay focused and remain on task.
If I think about last year's game, we were up, I think, 24 points, and then all of a sudden they just started throwing it around, and Gavin Cunningham got really, really hot, their big-time receiver, and won some jump ball opportunities and 50-50 balls, and we don't want to see that happen again tonight.
We're going to take a quick break. When we do come back, it's going to be time for the second half kickoff.
Sand Springs will be getting the kickoff too as well. So
that's going to be great to continue to build that momentum as we move the ball down the field. You are listening to the Sandite Halftime Show. We're going to be right back from Ponca City High School Football Stadium.
If you need to do something to feel
Back to Ponca City High School Stadium. Getting ready to kick off for the second half. Chris, I see some raindrops coming out on the field. We knew there was a potential that it's going to rain before the game's up, and sure enough, start the second half, we see rain beginning to come down. The field's going to be a little wet. We know the coaches expected that as they came out, so there may be some adjustment to game plans, but I think that they're going to be ready to implement their game plan they've had set.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to escape it. I think that was kind of a late addition in the forecast, and as this day drew longer, the rain looked like it was going to happen, and so we're probably going to play a little bit of that. In the second half, we'll be playing some wet football here. So,
Chris, when you played on turf back in your playing days, what did you do differently to try to keep your footing? And is there anything that you do with your shoes to make sure that you have most and the best traction you can?
Very rarely did I change cleats. Maybe a time or two where you came out. When you're playing on a grass field, you would possibly change your cleats, but I don't think high school budgets have the chance. You don't have a little bit longer turf cleat to come out in, especially when it gets rain. So, but back in college you did. You had almost a basketball shoe, and then you had a little bit longer turf cleat when it started raining. And we changed them every once in a while, but I was too lazy.
Yeah,
I was just too lazy. I was just like, I'm not. First of all, I'm usually taped up, and usually spatted up. I always had one bad wheel, usually an ankle that just had a whole cast on, basically, and
take a little time to get that
I'm not
done,
taking all that off, man. We're just going to grind through it. So, offensive linemen, they just don't care.
Yeah,
they just don't care. So,
I was on the defensive line, and I never played on turf. It was always grass fields that I played on, and so we would try tricks, but it just took so long, even at halftime, to try to change your cleats out, your spikes out.
Yep.
So we just went with it. Sometimes we try to tape it up and do different things just to try to maintain some consistency on our traction. And so I don't think these guys are going to have any trouble. I think this field is a great turf field. It looks like it's going to be wet, but they may slide around a little bit. It may cause some drop passes, may cause them to run the ball a little bit more, but regardless, I think they're going to have a great opportunity to keep their traction going. So we're about ready for kickoff. Ponca City has teed it up, going to kick it deep to Sand Springs. Got Kenneth Page.
I'd be on the lookout a little bit for maybe a tricky onside, but nope, they're going to go kick it deep.
Dudley's going to receive it. 10-yard line, going to make a great return. He's still going. He's got a little room on the Sand Springs sideline, going to be forced out of bounds about the 41-yard line of the Sandites. They're going to take over first down and 10 from the 41.
I'll take that every time. Good, healthy return. Good job, Alex Dudley.
Not only is he a great tackler, he's also he's got a little speed back there.
He does. He's a great all-around player. So here comes that big offensive line of Sand Springs back out.
Start out with Kenneth Page in the backfield with Jace Arnold.
They're going to hand it to Kenneth and let him try to bounce it outside.
Pick up a couple hard-fought yards.
Little chippiness going on there.
I'm beginning to see more and more of that. When they're coming up off of a tackle, there's been a little pushing, a little extracurricular there. Maybe we just got to keep our composure, not fall trap to some of that stuff.
Riley Kester there just driving the guy a little bit further downfield, and the other linebacker comes up, and that'll be an offsides on Ponca City.
Chris, to finish our thought on Alex Dudley, remember we talked to him a couple weeks ago after the interception, and he said that he was gassed by the before he got to the end zone.
Exactly, he did say that.
He had played a heck of a game and was running. He was just happy that nobody was right behind him because he was running out of gas. All right, second down and 3 for the Sandites. Jace Arnold's going to hand it off to Kenneth Page over the left side. Kenneth's got a first down for the Sandites and picked up about 8 yards on that drive.
Found a nice seam right there, and I just witnessed Tyler Tank Smith just bury a guy. Got a little pancake there right in the middle of the field, so I like seeing that by our guys up front. That'll be a first down.
Line of scrimmage right in front of us. We're going to get to see the trenches in firsthand right here. Those guys are just controlling their own destiny up there. Jace stepped back for a pass, threw it behind the receiver, but Campbell comes down with a catch real close to a first down. Going to pick up 8 yards on the reception.
Nice throw and catch. Nice reception by Campbell. It's a good job watching the ball in right there.
Going to keep 3 wide receivers. Wadley in tight behind the. Looks like we're going to have another offsides against Ponca City. Cross over the neutral zone. Mark off. It's going to give us Sandites a first down and 10.
So Jace Arnold goes 10 for 11 now.
That's right. So we first down and 10 for the Sandites from the Wildcat 30. Clock running at 10 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Still 21-0 with Sandites taking the open kickoff of the second half on their first drive of the second half. Jace Arnold's going to fake the handoff.
Play action pass. He throws it out. Incompletion to Wadley. He was hurried.
Jace had a little pressure coming off the right-hand side. Number 17 right in his face, and he didn't have time to set up and throw the ball and came up a little bit short for Wadley. Great play call. A lot similar to what Caleb Goodman scored on, or almost scored on that first time. He just rolled him out, got him in the flat, and just couldn't hit him there.
Well, I think if Jace has a little bit more time, he delivers that, and that's going to be a positive down. Resulting in incomplete pass there, though.
Brings up second down and 10 from the Wildcat 30-yard line. Wadley in motion, going over to the right side of formation. High snap, hands it to Kenneth Page and just couldn't get it going. That high snap through the timing of the play off. Going to be a tackle for loss. Going to lose about 2 yards on the play. We bring up third down and 12 from the 32-yard line of the Wildcats. Clock's running at 9 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. 21-0 Sandites.
This will be the 7th play of the drive.
Third down and 12. It could be time for another little pass across the middle. 4 wide receivers. Got Wadley spread out. Another bad snap. Jace is having just fall on it.
So that's going to bring fourth down. That's going to be listed as a fumble.
We got fourth down and long. Fourth down and 17 for the Sandites. Offensive unit staying on the field.
I say you go for it here. I don't know.
Kind of in no man's land. If you punt it, it's going to be hard to pin them deep. So it's too far for a field goal. So it's kind of no man's territory to.
I'll try a deep slant here to Caden Campbell.
You got some one-on-one coverage down at the bottom. Got a pass out to Wadley, left it a little short and is intercepted.
He did. He threw off his back foot there, left it. Wadley's open. You put it out in front of Wadley, and he doesn't have to stop and come back to it. And so that'll be Ponca City's first interception of the game.
They take over first down and 10 from their own 19-yard line with 8:52 to go in the third quarter. Wildcats taking over their first offensive possession of the second half. Taymor and crew coming out to start this first down drive. Our defense going to look for more success than they had in the first half.
Well, it looked really good in the first half. You hate to end that drive on an interception, a turnover. Here comes some pressure up the middle.
Designed run by Taymor.
Taymor gets out of.
Got a penalty on the play after the tackle.
Might be targeting. Offensive targeting.
If it stands, Taymor picked up about 15 yards on that run.
Is that a high school?
It's a personal foul against Sandites.
Wow.
They didn't say what it was. They just called it a personal foul. Was it a late hit maybe, or did he lead with his helmet?
No, I think if anything, Taymor led with his helmet, the quarterback. Anyway.
Regardless, they tack on 15 yards against the Sandites. Brings up first down and 10 for the Wildcats on the 49-yard line. Clock's running at 8:40 to go in the third quarter. Taymor breaks out with an empty backfield, 5 wide receivers. Referees have stopped the clock to reset the play clock. Now they're ready. Taymor's got an empty backfield.
Ponca City in the middle of the field. That's
looks like
50.
Sandites going to bring some pressure on this play. They do bring some pressure. Interrupted in the backfield. Tackle for a loss.
Great job. Did you see it catch a number on that?
I think that's Waylon Jeffers on the other side. Big number 8 on the other side comes down with that tackle for loss. Going to lose 4 yards on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down and 14 for the Wildcats. Backs them up to the 46-yard line. They're on 46.
He was so fast I couldn't see his number.
He was in there in a hurry. Almost took the handoff. Going to play some.
Here comes a rollout. Going to try to throw it.
Got some pressure on the backside. Just missed the tackle.
Owen Floyd coming up to. There's a flag here. What's this flag? Illegal man downfield.
Yeah, there's no doubt the linemen were downfield. He was under heavy pressure from Owen Floyd, and he just had to get rid of it. He may have even crossed the line of scrimmage when he threw the ball.
It was pretty close.
You got two.
It's either going to be illegal man downfield.
Got 2 flags, one here and one up there. Could be one of both. It's definitely against the Wildcats. Intention. What was that called? It's a loss of down. He did cross the line of scrimmage. That's what they called. Backed it up. It's going to be 2nd down. 6-19. 2nd down and 19. I'm sorry, 3rd down and 19 for the Wildcats. They did have a loss of down on that penalty. Empty backfield. Tay Moore back there by himself. Back to the pass. Going across the middle. And another
get a pass interference. Probably going to call that on Landon Barnes. Is that going to be an automatic 1st down, though? Just a 10-yarder, right?
Should be a 10-yard, but in high school, is it automatic 1st down?
I think so.
Looks like they're marking it off more than 10 yards.
15. So it's going to be 4th or 3rd and 2. I guess they get to replay the down. 3rd and 3.
Tay Moore's going to have a running back there with him. 3 wide receivers. See if they decide to try to run that up the middle. This set they back to pass, a quick pass on the out. Did not connect. Incomplete pass. Going to bring up 4th down and 3 for the Wildcats.
He got it out of there. Ponca City quarterback got it out pretty quick, but not very accurate on that throw.
Like Owen Floyd on the defense over there.
4th and 3. 7 minutes and 14 seconds here in the 3rd quarter. Sandites up 21-0. This will be a big 4th and 3. The Sandite defense.
Looks like Sandites bringing pressure up the middle.
They sure coming upfield, and they let him loose. Now it's going to be a foot race. Gatling gun. That's going to be a Tay Moore touchdown. They brought the house, and it cost them. He broke through, and it's going to be the first Ponca City touchdown.
Like a 43-yard touchdown run. Tay Moore had him in the backfield, just couldn't bring him down, and he broke through the line of scrimmage, and there was nobody there. Our defensive backs couldn't quite catch up to him, so he scampers in for a big touchdown. Wildcats lining up for the point after touchdown. Good snap. Kick is up.
There's a flag on the play. They're going to make him kick it over. They good. He's saying bringing him back out.
Bringing the coach out. See what this penalty is. Point after is good.
Personal foul on Sand Springs.
Enforced it on the kickoff. So 7:06 to go in the 3rd quarter. Sandites 21, the Wildcats 7. There'll be a 15-yard penalty enforced on the kickoff. Wildcats are going to have great kicking position. More than likely going to either try a trick kick, onside kick, or they're going to try to kick it out of the back of the end zone, one of the two.
They'll try to, I bet, I'll be prepared for the onside.
The great gamble, got pressure in and just couldn't make the tackle on the backfield, and we paid for it on that offensive play from Tay Moore.
just couldn't bottle them up. I mean, we had the pressure. It looked like we had every gap filled. He just found one little break of daylight, and he was gone. And it was a foot race for the entire 40 yards.
We've heard from the coaches and the players this week how fast Tay Moore is, and he showed his speed on that play. Definitely didn't take him long to get to the end zone on that one. Looks like the Wildcats are going to kick off on the Sand Springs 45-yard line after the personal foul enforcement.
This is one where you got to try the. I mean,
We're going to talk to our viewers real quick. We apologize for technical difficulties. Our team is working hard to get that recovered and get it back on the air.
Looking for an onside here. Just a squib kick down the middle of the field.
Touch back for the Sandites. They're going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line with 7 minutes, 6 seconds to go in the third quarter. Sandites up 21-7. Chris, I think our last offensive drive, we threw an interception really on that 4th down play. I think that we did have some success on some short passes and some runs. I think that we just couldn't get enough time for Jace to make a good, solid pass on that. I feel like Jace has been great on those kind of plays tonight. I think he's going to come back and want redemption for that mistake he made.
They were just outside the red zone when the turnover happened, but it was an 8-play drive. Burned off about 3 minutes of offense. Here's a toss to Ollie McCoy.
Not much room on the left side. May pick up a yard or two. Looks like they're going to give him a 1-yard gain. Going to be 2nd down and 9. Chris, we got one score that impacts Sand Springs. Salisaw is on top of Tahlequah, 15-9 currently, the third quarter.
Nice.
3 wide outs for Jace Arnold. He's back to pass again.
Here he
goes.
goes.
Go deep.
Got him.
Got Rutledge down the sideline.
Nice play,
Makes a great catch.
Watched it all the way in.
Take it down to the Wildcat 38-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Sandites. What a great play. You saw the running back or the other wide receiver, Goodman, back there waving off just to be a decoy, and he throws it down the sideline to Rutledge. Great pass and catch there. Going to bring up 1st down and 10, 38-yard line of the Wildcats.
Might be Rutledge's first reception of the year. It was about a 42-yarder. Uh-oh, timeout.
While we're in timeout, I got another score, Class 5A. Collinsville's on top of Bartlesville, 20-7. Bartlesville's 0-2, looking at going 0-3 if they can't make that comeback tonight. We play Bartlesville a little later in the season. Also, we got a timeout on the field. We want to go over and give our appreciation Amanda Dudley Real Estate for being our corporate sponsor of Sandite football tonight. Thank her and her team for all they do for the athletic program.
Coach Harmon's asking, Ponca City Wildcat coach asking who called the timeout. He acts like he did not call the timeout.
It looks like on the scoreboard they charged it to Sand Springs. Shows that we've got just 2 left instead of 3, so they look like we got charged with that timeout. Another score, Stillwater's on top of Norman, 28-6. All these games are in the third quarter still. Great football across the state of Oklahoma tonight. Got some teams on bye, but we got some great football all over the state. 1st down and 10 for the Sandites, 38-yard line. Jace Arnold back to pass. Threw it behind Campbell just a little bit, and Campbell could not bring it in. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 with 6:02 to go in the third quarter.
Just a little bit behind him. It's a hard pass to catch when you're running full speed.
Rutledge and Goodman up top, Campbell down below with Jace Arnold. Got an offside penalty against Ponca City. Going to bring up 2nd down and 5 for the Sandites. March it down to the 33-yard line of the Wildcats. We've caught them several times offsides tonight, Chris. That's they have not
be the
been
4th time. 4 offside penalties. We're going to pitch it out to Ollie McCoy. He's looking for the edge. Nice stiff arm all the way down. Riley Kester's going to get another holding call just because he's mauling this guy.
Looks to me like he pancake blocked him, and they call in a hold against him.
That's going to be tough for him to – when you got refs that are looking for that, and that's the way they're going to call this game, it's hard for a guy like Riley to come off that block because if you're inside the framework and you got to get – you just got him underneath his pads there, technically it's not a hold, but –
that's the 2nd time he's been called for a block.
Well, he's looking at the ref like, are you kidding me? And this is just how I play the game.
Yep. Enforces his will. Going to hand it off to Ollie McCoy up the middle. He found some room there, picked up about 7 yards on the scamper.
So that's just the classic pin and pull up the middle play. I like it.
Bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Sandites. 5 minutes, 40 seconds. Clock's running in the 3rd quarter. Going to be on the 37-yard line of the Wildcats.
Sand Springs still finding a way to drive the ball on offense here. Just keep shooting themselves in the foot with these holding calls. So it's going to be 3rd and 8. Nice play action pass.
Got a what? Oh, he was open for just a moment. Rutledge couldn't come down with a pass. Going to be an incomplete pass for the Sandites. It's going to bring up 4th down and 8 for the Sandites. We're back in that no man's land, Chris. I wonder if the coaches are going to dial up another offensive play. Are they going to do a pooch punt? What do you think the tendency is here?
Really don't know. I don't know if we have maybe you roll out a guy that can scramble a little bit and then punt it.
Looks like we're going to run an offensive play. Got our 3 wide receivers set. Jace is back to throw the ball.
Steps up in
Got
the pocket.
some time.
Second guesses it a little bit.
Threw it a little high. Goodman couldn't come down with it. Sandites are going to turn it over on downs. Wildcats going to take over 1st down and 10. Got a few more Tulsa area scores for you, Chris. Coweta's on top of Pryor, 10-3. Catoosa's over Edison Prep, 13-6. McLean is the first home game in 50 weeks. They're on top of Memorial, 52-3.
So this will be a key offensive series for Ponca City and Sand Springs defense here. You just need to shut down the momentum that they have. Right here's a
got some pressure
nice
on
pressure.
Tay Moore. This is where he was dangerous on the last drive. He got out of it again. Going to pick up a big gain for the Wildcats. 15-yard gain for the Wildcats. Crossed over into Sandite territory. It's going to be 1st down and 10 from the Sandite 49-yard line. That's what hurt us on the last drive, that he was able to break containment in the backfield and scamper down the field. We did manage to keep him to a 15-yard gain on this one. Had some pressure on him in the backfield, just couldn't get him down. 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats. Got 3-4 wide receivers. Going to hand it off up the middle. About a 4-yard gain on the play.
Now they're going to try to run it up the heart of Sand Springs defense here.
Clock's running with 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. They seem to have found some success on running the ball. They haven't tried to throw it lately. Tay Moore, either himself or handed it off to one of his running backs. come out with their 4 wide out set, 1 running back in the backfield. See if he rolls out a little bubble screen out here to Cunningham, and he drops the ball.
That helps.
That does help. 3rd down and 5 for the Wildcat after that drop. Wildcats are on the Sand Springs 44-yard line.
And they're in the same position Sand Springs was in there. And if it goes to a 4th down, you know they're going for it. So,
especially with short downage, 4th and 5. Makes it more manageable than if it was 4th and long. Roll out, keep him contained. He's got a pass down to Cunningham. We've got a flag on the play back at the 50.
Hopefully it's a hold.
Personal foul, roughing the passer against the Sandites. Going to tack on 15 yards after at the end of the play. Going to put the Wildcats in the Sandite red zone. Going to be 1st down and 10 from the Sandite 15-yard line. Just a simple rollout pass. Cunningham made a great catch, and we were able to stop him for a short gain, but then the 15-yard penalty was tacked on, so it puts them down at the 15-yard line.
15-yard line. Sand Springs got to buckle down here.
We need to hold them out of the end zone.
Personal foul penalties hurting them.
Wide open
right
across
open in the middle.
Tay Moore found his receiver cutting across on a slant route right in the middle of the end zone for another Wildcat touchdown. Sand Springs losing. You could feel the momentum switching right here. We've got to do something to get some of that back. Ponca City drives down, scores on a play, helped by a 15-yard roughing the passer penalty. Pass interference penalty helped them out. PAT for the Wildcats is up, and it's good. So with 3 minutes 20 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, Sandites 21, Wildcats 14. All of a sudden, Ponca City's right back in this game where it's anybody's game. We've got to stop them on offense, but we also have gone 2 drives in our second half for us and haven't been able to get it in any points on the board.
Well, our first drive after the half is thwarted by an interception that they turn into points with a 43-yard Tay Moore touchdown scramble. And then we turn it over on downs after an 8-play drive, and Ponca City promptly just drives it down the field, helped by a couple of personal foul penalties by Sand Springs. And finish with the touchdown reception there.
It's definitely time to get our momentum back. We need to do.
Well, the best thing that can happen here is just a sustained drive for points, hopefully a touchdown.
Be a bonus if we can have some good starting field position. Alex Dudley and Kenneth Page back deep for the Sandites. Referee's trying to get clock issues worked on. I think there's some time ran off the clock after the PAT. Having a hard time getting that reset. I think he's asking for 3:40 back on the clock. 3 minutes 38 seconds is what he was asking for. We've got that back on the clock. The Wildcats set to kick off to the Sandites. Sandites 21-14 with 3:38 to go in the 3rd quarter. Going to bounce on the ground, go out of bounds, so the Sandites
take it over on their
35-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Sandites from their own 35. they're going to make him re-kick it.
Well, I think Bobby's realized, hey, we've had pretty decent returns. Give me a chance. Give my kid a chance to return it.
So they're going to kick it off from the 30-yard line now, correct?
I like it.
Actually, it's the 35, so they didn't penalize. I thought they would mark off the 5 yards for that penalty, but they're going to kick back off from the 35. We're going to do it again. 3 minutes, 38 seconds still on the clock. Wildcats kicking to the Sandites.
I'd like to see Dudley return one right here. It's
Go
going to
to
go to Kenneth Page.
Get him some room to run.
Let's go. Just turn it on.
He's got a little room. That's a great return. Good decision by Coach Klink. Having to re-kick it, Kenneth Page drives it out to the Sandite 49-yard line on that return. That's where they're going to take over first down and 10 from their own 49-yard line. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Sandites take over here at midfield. Not bad field position.
Great field position, great run back. So now that's what we need to get that momentum back in our favor to continue to go down the field and drive it in for a score. Sending Wadley in motion this time. Toss it over to Kenneth Page. He's going to cut it up on the left side.
Let's go.
Got a little room there. Going to pick up about 7 yards on the play, maybe 8. Great hard run, great blocking.
Definitely a hard-hitting game. Like we talked about earlier, just some chippiness out there.
Sandites trying to run a little hurry up. Clock running issues with the referees are still there, so it's caused us to slow it down a little bit. Trying to get it reset. When we do get to play a second down and 2 with 3 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the third quarter.
It's almost like Ponca City's doing this on purpose just to slow the game down here.
One way to keep the momentum from going. Jace Arnold got Caleb Gooden going to hand it right up the middle with Kenneth Page.
Play.
Great play. A little extracurricular in the backfield.
Little chippiness, I'm telling you. Ponca feels like they're back in this thing, which truthfully they are. So that'll be a first down for Sand Springs.
First down and 10 for the Sandites. Got a timeout, officials timeout.
What was that?
I'm not sure what that was.
Like cut it off or something. I don't understand what these guys are doing.
We still have issues with the clock. It's been running. So they're trying to get it reset again.
So he said 250 something.
Like 58, 258 maybe. Not so sure what's going on.
Well, we're having trouble up here in the booth with the clock operator. 50, 54.
There we go. 2:58 to go. It's first down and 10 for the Sandites. They're on the Wildcat 38-yard line. Clock's running. Jace Arnold's got Kenneth Page going off the right-hand side. Had a little room, but wound up only picking up about 1 yard there before he's brought down in bounds. They're going to mark it as a no gain. We second down and 10 for the Sandites. Now we're trying to run a little hurry up. Let's see if we can get this going. Got Goodman in motion. Going to hand it right back up the middle to Kenneth Page.
Go, Kenneth.
Going to pick up 7 or 8 yards on that drive, on that play.
This will be 3rd and short.
The misdirection seems to be working. It keeps the
Wildcats
from being able to.
It's holding the outside linebackers from running underneath like they've been doing earlier all night.
We third down and 3 for the Sandites with 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go in the third quarter on the Wildcat 31-yard line.
It's be a big third down here.
We need to pick this up to keep the ball rolling. Going to hand it to Kenneth Page in the
Man,
backfield.
He bounces it out. What a big-time run right there.
Kenneth Page said, "Excuse me while I pick up this first down," and going to pick it up. First down and 10 for the Sandites from the Wildcat 25-yard line.
Wow.
Clock's running with 1:45 to go in the third quarter.
It's a big-time hammering run right there. He broke a couple tackles, put his shoulder down, found his way past the sticks. First down on the Sand Springs 25 going in.
Clock running, 1:30 to go in the third quarter. Got a pass.
Nice coverage by Ponca City.
Intended for Campbell down here. Chris, next week, reminder, we go on the road again to Muskogee. Sandite Tailgate Show is going to kick off at 6:30. Have the game start at 7 o'clock next week, so we hope you join us either in Muskogee or right here on Sandite Nation Television. Second down and 10 for the Sandites on the 25-yard line of the Wildcats. 1:20 to go. Going to hand the ball to Kenneth Page right up the middle. He's going to pick up some positive yard off the left side.
Another bruising run. I mean, he's instilling some pain on these guys. That'll be a 5-yarder. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Some of the Ponca City players trying to flop for a penalty out there, looks like. Clock's running, under a minute to go in the third quarter. Sandites 21, Wildcats 14.
It's like they're going to try to let the – well, they don't have enough time to let it run off the clock,
the play
do
clock
they?
hadn't run in the last couple plays, so we're not sure really
where they're at, huh?
Where they're at on that.
Definitely have some –
going to fake the
play
run.
Action pass. Throw it away. Throw it away. Good job.
Great decision to avoid a sack and maybe a turnover. He threw it toward Wadley. Going to bring up 4th down and 5 for the Sandites. 36 seconds to go in the third quarter. I'm sorry, the scoreboard has 4th. We got a penalty. That's why it hadn't changed. We got a penalty at the 30-yard line. Intentional grounding, even though Wadley was right over there where he threw it. They called it intentional grounding. Going to lose 5 yards and the down. Coach Klink's trying to plead his case over there. So we're going to bring up 4th down and 20 for the Sandites. Looks like we're going to bring on the punting unit. Before we do, the Sandites going to take a timeout.
Well, I think you're on to, I mean, I think they don't they automatically lose the –
It was 3rd down on that play. So when we had intentional grounding called against us, it moved it to 4th down. So it's 4th down at 25 yards from where the spot of the foul was. I think Coach Klink is trying to explain his case that Wadley was right in the area. I'm not sure if the referee didn't see him or what the case was, but they called it regardless. 36 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 20 yards for the Sandites. Had a great momentum. We had some success with Kenneth Page running the ball, Chris, but coming to an end with a 4th down and 20. Looks like we're going to bring on the punting unit. Dawson Puckett going to go back to make the punt.
See if he can pin him on the coffin corner here. Try to put it out inside the 5-yard line.
Dawson's had a couple good games of being able to have great punts. He's got something up in his bag of tricks. Now's the time to pull it out. See if we can get some great field position.
Nice.
Great
Perfect punt.
punt.
Perfect punt.
Take them down to the Wildcats 7-yard line. Great job, Dawson Puckett. First down and 10 for the Wildcats with 30 seconds to go on the clock from their own 7-yard line. We didn't get a touchdown, but Dawson Puckett pinned them deep, Chris. That's going to help our
I'll take
defense.
it at that point. I feel like we're fighting the referees a little bit at this point in the game.
It's got a little bit of that feel to it for sure.
Every time we get something big happen, we get a flag. Something called against us, but
see what Ponca comes out to do. We got Tay going to take the snap from about the 1-yard line. So if he gets a little pressure on him, we could force him to go in the end zone for a safety. But see what he's got. He's going to throw a little quick out into the flat. Great
Nice.
tackle over there.
Great job.
Like Christian Freitas, rather. I'm sorry. Christian Freitas on a great tackle. Picked up only about 2 yards on that play. 2nd down and 8. The clock's going to run. We're going to come to the end of the 3rd quarter with Sand Springs Sandites 21, Ponca City Wildcats 14. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have the start of the 4th quarter here at Ponca City High School.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make. When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your
Welcome back to Sandite football. We're starting the 4th quarter. Wildcats are 2nd down and 8 from their own 8-yard line, looks like. Tay Moore's got an empty backfield, rolling out to his right, going for a pass. Got some pressure. He's going to scramble around the left-hand side, throws the ball down the field, and catches made about the 28-yard line for Ponca City. Picks up a 1st down for the Wildcats. That's his dangerous, the way he operates. He's dangerous whenever he scrambles. He has the ability to just tuck it and run, but he also has the ability to make it to where he can throw down the field. You have to respect both of those aspects when you're dealing with a quarterback like Tay Moore. 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats in the 4th quarter. We're just 2nd play of the 4th quarter from their own 28-yard line. Empty backfield, 5 wide outs. Gonna motion the guy in the backfield now. Going to hand it to him right up the middle. He's going to find some empty spots and pick up another Wildcat 1st down. Christian Freitas on tackle, one of the guys that was in there on the bottom. 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 42-yard line. Clock is running, 11 and a half minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Sandites are still up 21-14. Chris, this is where we have to buckle down as a defensive unit. We have to make a stand here to keep them out of the end zone, to keep them from putting points on the board so that we can not have to sweat so hard whenever it comes to the last part of this quarter. We need to make it to where.
Got to get him down right here. Got to get him down.
The Gatling gun coming across.
Yep.
Make the tackle, forcing him out of bounds. Picks up about 4 yards on the play. Gatling gun comes from across the field to make that tackle, force him out of bounds.
2nd and 6. Felt like Tay Moore ran for about 30 yards there, except he only gained 4.
He did. That's exactly right. He went from one side to the other before he found a little room on the left-hand side of the offensive set. Tay Moore brings him out in a 5 wide out set.
Empty backfield.
We had some pressure on him in that last play, just couldn't get to him to bring him down. Got some pressure coming up the middle.
Nice.
Great stop right there.
Good stop by the Sandite defense. A horde of guys on him.
Oh, and Floyd comes up to get some pressure on him and force him up, and then that's where the gang tackle came. That was a great move by Waylon Jeffers and Sims. Several of those guys in there on that. Hudson Shepard was in on that tackle. Clock's running, under 11 minutes, 10 minutes and 40 seconds.
We might have lost one there. It's going to be 3rd and 7. 10:37 left here in the 4th quarter.
Not sure. I'm assuming they're keeping play clock on the field. It's not running in the
No,
stadium.
it hadn't been running this whole half, I don't think.
Wildcats come out in a 4 wide out set with a back in the backfield with Tay Moore. It's like motion across the formation. Low snap. Trying to come up to get some pressure on him.
Nice.
We got him in the backfield at that. Well, there may be no gain on the play.
Owen Floyd led the way there.
Hudson
Keep
Shepherd
him
in
contained.
there.
We've seen how much he hurts us.
Absolutely.
It's 4th and 7 here. I don't think he gained anything.
Sandites expecting to punt. Looks like Tay Moore is going to come back in the punt formation as well.
He's looking a little bit gassed to me now. He's got his hands on his hips. I mean, he has run the ball the last 3 or 4 times. Let's hope for a bad snap. Nope. Good snap. Gets it off. Low punt.
Gatling gun back deep to carry. He's just going to watch it roll. Takes a Wildcat
Not
roll.
bad.
Going to go down.
We got
to
a flag.
I was watching the ball, Chris. I didn't see what that call was going to be.
No idea.
If it's going to be.
Looks like a Ponca City. Nope, he's probably going to go against Sand Springs here.
Let's see what the call is. Punt goes down to the 10-yard line of Sandites. Personal foul against the Sandites. So they're going to mark it half the distance to the goal.
Man.
One point of interest, it is evident that the play clock is not working on the field, so that does make it a little bit more difficult for the quarterback to know exactly how much time he's got before the play clock is up. May force him to rush a play or rush a throw just because he can't see what the play clock shows, being kept by the back judge of the officials. Jace Arnold standing on the goal line. Going to hand it to Ali McCoy right up the middle just to get some room, and Ali makes it a 4 or 5 yard gain, maybe even 6 yards. Give them a little breathing room from their own end zone. You really don't miss a beat whenever you swap our running backs out. Ali McCoy just comes right in there, takes care of business. They're going to give it right back to him up the left-hand side of the formation. Going to pick up another yard or 2. Got another flag on the play. I think there's a lot of chippiness going on after the play. Looks like Sand Springs over there. See who they call this one on. If the play stands, he picked up a couple yards on that. It's going to bring up second down and 5. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Ponca City.
Wow.
Going to tack on 15 yards to the end of the play. Going to bring up an automatic first down. Sandites going to take over first down and 10.
That's helpful.
From their own 31-yard line.
Got us out of a little bit of a bind there.
Clock is running, 8:47 to go in the fourth quarter. Goodman in motion, back into a tight set.
Hand off to Ali. Stopped in there by a host of Ponca City Wildcats.
Going to give him a 2-yard pickup on that play. Going to bring up second down and 8 for the Sandites. We've had some success on running the ball. I think we're going to continue to do that. Actually, they moved the stick back to where it's a no gain. Second down and 10 for the Sandites.
Absolutely.
Toss it out to Ali McCoy going around the left-hand side. Going to have pick up a great gain. Did he get a first down or did he step out? They're going to mark him as a first down and 10 for the Sandites. 13-yard pickup on that run. And I apologize, it's Kenneth Page in the backfield. Ali is out for a breather. Clock still running, just over. It's right at 8 minutes to go in the game. 21-14. Sandites lead the Ponca City Wildcats. Sandites getting a play in from the sideline. 3 wide receivers. Kenneth Page in the backfield. Going to toss it out here to Kenneth Page. Going to try to get some room on the right side and did not find any room. Maybe a tackle for a loss.
Tackle for about 3-yard loss.
Just couldn't get around the edge. The Ponca City pursuit caught up to him.
2nd and 13, 2nd and 12, like that.
Clock's running in the fourth quarter, 7 minutes and 10 seconds.
Offsides.
We're going to get 5 yards back. Ponca City could not resist the long snap and gave us 5 yards on the offside call. Going to bring up 2nd down and 7 yards to go. Jace Arnold in the backfield commanding his offense. Kenneth Page is the running back. Campbell down below with Rutledge and Goodman up top. Wadley on the right, left-hand side of the formation.
Bringing 7 men up front here. Here comes some pressure. Just going to hand it out to Kenneth. He's going to run to the sideline.
He's got some room. Picked up another first down for the Sandites. Stayed in bounds.
I like it.
Keep the clock running. After they reset the chains, the clock will continue to run. 6 minutes, 42 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. First down and 10. The Sandites crossed over into the Wildcat territory. They're going to go first down and 10 from the Wildcat 43-yard line. Still leading 21-14.
Felt like the clock should keep running there, but
they did not start it back. I noticed that. Toss it out to Ollie McCoy around the right-hand side. He, too, is going to find some success on the ground.
Man.
Picks up about 8 yards.
Big, powerful run right there.
Very seldom do you see one man bring down Ollie McCoy, and that was no different.
We said all season that's a business decision. You're coming up there to stop him. You're going to have to make that decision.
There's about 3 of them. There's a little quick pass out to
Goodman. Made a guy miss.
And pick up
Still going to be held
play.
short of the first down.
Sandites trying to get a little bit of a hurry-up rhythm.
Yep. Be 3rd and short here. I say you pound it up the middle.
I think they're going to bring them in tight and push it right up the middle. Get Ollie McCoy in the backfield, and he's lining up behind the center. It looks like it's going to go. Ponca City's going to load the box here. See if the trenches can clear it out for Ollie McCoy. Clock is running. 5 minutes, 45 seconds to go in the game. 3rd down and 2 for the Sandites. They're on the Wildcat 35-yard line.
Can't tell how many. The play clock's not running. How do you know?
Going to run it on the left, right. He did pick it up. Second effort got him around the end on the left side. Got a 1st down and 10 for the Sandites. Ollie McCoy, Kenneth Page, the 1-2 punch. Coach Klink calls them beef and cheddar. They are showing why they
That was the beef right there. Ponca City called the timeout.
5 minutes, 21 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Sandites on the move, leading 21-14. Chris, I think this is the perfect opportunity to just pound the ball, running down the field, eat some more clock, try to get some points on the board.
It is, and that's what we want. I mean, it's been a nice drive. Let me look here. This will be the 12th play of the drive. They took the ball over at 9 minutes and 17 seconds. So they've run 4 minutes, almost exactly 4 minutes off the clock here in the fourth quarter. 5:21 left. Sand Springs got a little momentum here, showing that they can run the ball.
I think when you look at, especially late in the game like this, you're going to look at long, sustained drives is what's going to make the difference. So if you can keep their offense off the field, you have a better chance that they're not going to score. And I think that Sand Springs is doing a great job of that, moving the ball 3 or 4 yards, pick up on the first, second, third downs, and picking up a first down just to keep the momentum going. I think you're going to see more of the same here. You got Kenneth Page in the backfield, and you just got Ali. I see him over here on the sideline just waiting for the coach to send him in to spell Kenneth Page, so I think you're going to see more of just running the ball right up the middle or on the edges. Jace Arnold's got 4 wideouts. Goodman in motion, going to do an inside pitch to him, a little jet sweep action.
Oh, it makes a nice cut.
Stays inbound, keeps the clock running, picks up 5 yards on the play. It only takes a minute. Goodman's got some speed. He can get around the corner and make you pay. That's what he did right there. Officials timeout. 5 minutes, 3 seconds to go. It's going to be 2nd down and 6 for the Sandites. They're on the Wildcat 25-yard line. Looks like the referee's calling a couple players over to discuss maybe some of the extracurricular that's been going on. Try to get a handle on this before it gets out of control. All right, we got the clock running again. 4 minutes and 55 seconds to go. 2nd down and 6 for the Sandites. You're going to run it. Kenneth Page on the left side of the formation. Got tackled by a shoestring in the backfield.
He's one step away from getting a big gain right there. Has a chance to break it. And
marking for no gain on the play. Going to be bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Sandites. Still on the Wildcat 25-yard line.
It's going to be the 14th play of the drive. Big, huge, long drive.
They want the clock to run, but without the play clock operating properly, it's hard for Jace Arnold to know where he's at. So he's going to step up to the line and give it a little toss to Kenneth Page around the left side. He's got some room over on the far
nice
side.
Run.
Picks
That's
up the first down.
Sand Springs first down.
Going to take it all the way down to the 17-yard line. 1st down and 10. Kenneth Page got 4 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the game. He did get carried out of bounds. Let's see if he was down before he went out of bounds. Let's see if the clock starts after the change reset. The referee is not starting the clock, so it'll start on the snap.
It's a 1st down on the 16.
Sandites leading 21-14 with 4:05 to go in the game. Looking to the sideline to get the play. Got their jumbo package in. Got Waylon Jeffers in the backfield.
Yeah, these linemen are just leaning on them right now. It's just one of those times in the game right now. You just keep running the ball here.
Going to run right behind Waylon Jeffers. Jace Arnold going to get some success on the right-hand side.
Good job. Big push by the line right there. Get it down to about the 10-yard line.
Pick up about 5 yards on that run.
That was the 16th play of the drive.
You get Waylon Jeffers in the backfield, Chris, he'll make a hole for just about anybody, and that's what happened with Jace Arnold. He just ran right behind him and picked up 5 yards on the play. The clock is still running, 3 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the game. Sandites are moving the ball.
Ponca City got the hands on the hips right now. They're just they're getting gassed.
They're going to have the same formation. Waylon Jeffers in the backfield, got Kenneth Page out far left, up top on the formation. See if they're going to run right in behind Waylon Jeffers again. Here comes Kenneth Page in motion.
Little Wildcat coming back
the other way.
Take
Jace Arnold the other way. One block. He's
nice
going to pick
job.
up.
Looks like he's going to get a 1st down.
Right on the 1st down marker. They're going to give him a 1st down. So Jace Arnold picks up a 1st down for the Sandites inside the 10-yard line. Looks like it's going to be 1st and goal from the 6-yard line.
The clock needs to be running. 2:55 here in the 4th quarter. Sandites just picked up another 1st down inside the 7-yard line, so it'll be 1st and goal on the, I guess the 6 is what the scoreboard says. Huge drive here.
Just for conversation, the Wildcats have 2 timeouts left, and the Sandites have just 1 left. So you'll wonder if the Wildcats are going to start taking timeouts just to try to conserve some of the clock. You got the jumbo package still in there, but Kenneth Page is back there with Waylon Jeffers.
Sand Springs has held the ball 7 minutes in the 4th quarter on this drive alone.
Turn around and give it to Kenneth Page right up the middle. Offensive line just leaning over.
Somebody called a timeout.
Ponca City uses one of their last time. They got 1 left. 2 minutes, 16 seconds to go in the game. Still 21-14. Sandites have moved the ball down to the 4-yard line where they're going to take over second down and goal from the 4. Chris, you think you're going to see anything different besides running the ball right up the middle?
No,
or just
you
running
don't
the ball?
need to. I think you've got them where you want them. I think you just keep doing this, line up. No dumb penalties. Just, hey, keep your hands inside. Let's drive the ball. I think you've got them wore out here. Let's get in the end zone.
Even though you can
I
pancake
think the
block,
most
let's not do that
impressive
right here.
part about this is just the length of the drive. If you remember, they took the ball over on their own 7-yard line.
Yes, and have sustained the drive that
this
long.
This is basically going to be a 93-yard drive, burning up 7 minutes so far, just a little over 7 minutes of the fourth quarter clock. Tremendous. It's kind of the way you want to end the game, but got to finish here. You got 4 yards to go. 2nd and 4.
Jumbo pack is still in. Waylon Jeffers in the backfield with Kenneth Page. Chase Arnold going under center.
You got Rutledge out here just holding them honest. Here comes Wadley across the formation. Pitch out to Kenneth Page. He's going for the end zone. He's got one cut to make. That'll be a touchdown. Sandites!
Kenneth Page across the line. They dropped the ball, but they say he's in for the touchdown.
He's in. What a drive by the Sand Springs Sandites.
I think Kenneth Page went in untouched right there. He was moving and shaking coming around that end and just got the ball across the goal line. Great drive, great run. Sandites about to attempt the PAT with 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go. They are leading 27-14. Dawson Puckett going to tee it up for the PAT. Jace Arnold going to hold. Kicks up. And
he hit the upright.
Hit the upright for no good on the PAT. I think that's the first one Dawson's missed this year on the PAT.
It is. Pulled it just a little bit left.
So I know that we didn't get the extra point there, but 2 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the game. We are now up 27-14. Just another reminder that Ponca City has one timeout to go, so they've got to get a lot of points in a hurry.
They're going to have to play some hurry up here. What an impressive drive, though. This is not official because I'm horrible at keeping track here, but it was 19 plays on my tally sheet, running off 7 minutes and 12 seconds, and ends up in a Sandite touchdown. But man, commanding drive there, mostly run plays. In fact, two pass plays in the whole drive.
When you have success running the ball, there's not much reason to do anything different, and we were able to impose our will on that drive. The blocks were good, the running were good, the ball protection was good, so we were able to handle that long 93-yard drive by just running the ball. Dawson Puckett's got the kickoff ready to go. The officials are saying it's time to kick. Let's see if we can do a great job again on kickoff coverage.
So that'll be the second touchdown for Kenneth Page tonight. He's had one receiving touchdown and one rushing touchdown. Got to have good coverage right here. Great job by the Sandite kickoff coverage. Still some chippiness going on there.
He caught the ball at the 15 and took it out to the Wildcat 29-yard line.
Was there no time that ran off the clock?
No time.
Come on.
2 minutes and 12 seconds
to
go
is some
in the
home
game.
cooking. I mean, that's at least a 5-second run back, right?
You would think that'd be the case.
Nice. Good job, clock operator. You're doing your job down there.
Tay Moore coming out.
I mean, that's exactly what the clock said when I looked after the touchdown.
That's exactly right. Got 4 wide outs, 3 down here at the bottom, 1 up top. See what Tay Moore's got in his bag of tricks now. He's going to turn and just throw
it out.
Got
to make a play right here.
Great job. Keep him in bounds.
Can you hold him up? Hold him up. All right.
Looks like Ponca's going to call their last time out. Actually, they're going to just stop it for the first down. Pick up. Looks like they're going to have first down and 10 from the Wildcat 44-yard line. The clock is now running again at under 2 minutes to go. Tay Moore's back to pass again. He's going to bring it out in the flat down at the bottom. come up and make a tackle. Great tackle. Christian Freitas made a great tackle there.
Just playing a big, we're just playing a big prevent here. Just giving them room, not letting anybody behind them. Sand Springs just kind of holding on here.
2nd down and 2 to go. Minute and 51 seconds to go. 27-14. Sandites are leading the Wildcats.
2nd and 2, 1:51. Clock is stopped because that might have been a penalty, but no.
Got some pressure. Throws it up and
No.
incomplete pass. No flags on the play.
Great.
Moore took a shot.
Great protection by Landon Barnes and Gatlin Gunn. Now they're talking.
That's Waylon Jeffers that put the pressure and took Tay Moore down.
Great pass defense by those two young men. So it'll be 3rd and short.
3rd down and 2 with 1 minute and 44 seconds to go in the game. Ball's on Sandite 48-yard line.
Low snap.
Got
You got some pressure outside. You got to contain him. Throwing it downfield to the big tight end, number 82, drives him out of bounds. Gatlin Gunn.
1st down and 10 from the Sandite 22-yard line. Had a little pressure. He got a pass away, and the tight end was wide open. Minute and 37 seconds to go in the game.
Ponca City showing some liveliness here. They've got some fight in them.
Ball on the Sandite 22-yard line. Tay Moore drops back to pass. Got plenty of time.
Boom! Big sack behind. Right there. Sandites bring him down.
Clock's still
Hudson
running.
Shepard with a big-time sack. Got a little cramp. Who's called the timeout?
I think the referee's just trying to get the clock stopped. Looks like Ponca City called
it's got to be a timeout.
He called the timeout, and the referee was trying to get the clock stopped.
What's he asking to be? 1:26?
6, yes. He was looking at the clock whenever the timeout was called, so he could make sure it was right. It's going to be 1:26 left in the game. Ponca City is now out of timeouts. 2nd down, 13 yards on the Sandite 25-yard line. Sandite's leading 27-14. Big-time pressure. He had a little bit of time, and somebody came from behind.
That's going to be scored as a sack.
It should be. He lost a couple yards on that.
By Hudson Shepard.
Hudson just didn't give up on the play and just kept chasing him down from behind until you got him down.
Yep. So that's last time out for Ponca City. Minute 26 left in the 4th quarter. Sandites up 27-14. Ponca's got it on their own 25. 2nd and 13.
Tay Moore back to pass. Got plenty of time. Pressure.
Big pressure.
Waylon Jeffers
with another big sack for the night. Jumped on the JOP by Dallas Elephants.
Yes, sir. There were 2 of them brought him down the clock. They can't stop the clock, so it's 1 minute and 10 to go. Going to be 4th down and 15. I thought it was 4th down. Was it not 3rd down? Little pass out in the flat.
Boom.
Elephants out there.
Elephants, man, what a great pursuit. Throws up his arm, strong arm. 53 seconds. They can't stop the clock.
4th down and 13 from the Sandite 25-yard line. Clock's running. Under 40 seconds to go in the game. They've got to hurry if they want to
4th and 13. 37 seconds left.
Tay Moore back to pass. Rolling out to his left. Got some
Here
pressure.
Comes pressure. Keep running, fellas. He just throwing it out there. He said, I quit. I quit.
The Wildcats turn it over on down. Sand Springs Sandites.
He's going to the bench.
He has run hard tonight. He's been chased a lot. 25.8 seconds to go in the game. Sand Springs Sandites going to take over 1st down and 10 from their own 25-yard line. This has got to be a beautiful formation, Chris. You look for the victory formation.
There's nothing like it in all the world.
They're going to take a snap and just let this one go and come out on top 27-14.
Victory formation. Turnover on downs. Great job by Sand Springs.
Came out a little shaky in the first part of the second half, got it together, and put some points on the board and just took a knee right there, and the Ponca City Wildcats cannot stop the game anymore. That's going to be your final score from Ponca City High School. The Sand Springs Sandites 27, Ponca City Wildcats 14.
Sand Springs takes a big district win away tonight.
Chris, we know that there was a lot of ups and downs in this game, but, man, there were more ups than we expected in some areas. And one of those things was our passing game looked great tonight. We didn't know what with Jace Arnold being more the Wildcat quarterback, he came in with lots of questions for you and I, that is he going to throw the ball or is he going to be able to just run the Wildcat and run the ball? And I think the answer, he provided us some answers tonight.
He did a great job managing this game as well. Protected the ball very, very well. Showed some accurate passing, and that fourth quarter drive by Sand Springs. I mean, ate up 7.5 minutes of the clock, and just what they did with the run game there. Big guys up front just leaning on them, and that's the exclamation point. I mean, that buried it. I mean, that put it all to rest. I mean, that's the nail in the coffin. So.
And you can see the ability to do that with your offensive line, with your backfield, nobody jumping off sides or false starts. You kept it clean during that long drive that you were able to sustain. And when you do that, that tells you that your offense is clicking. And there's no other way to say it except your offense was clicking for a 93-yard drive, finished off with a touchdown. So let's go right into it, Chris. Who's your player of the game tonight?
Man, I'm going with Alex Dudley.
I like that.
He 2 interceptions. I mean, that's my guy right off the bat. Jace Arnold played pretty well, though.
Well, you took mine. I think because of the way that he came out and led this offense as the number 2 quarterback behind Easton Webb, I think I'm going to go with Jace Arnold. I think that he came out, especially with his stats. He did throw an interception on that 4th down, but I really think that Jace Arnold came out and led this offense the way that he knew he could, and he gave some proof that Sand Springs is deep at the quarterback position, plugged right in and didn't miss a beat.
You know, you swayed me. I think you're right, because when you look at the whole scheme of things, you prove that you have a great backup quarterback.
That's right.
And this kid can step in, manage a game, pull off a big district win, throw some great passes. Man, I'll switch on you.
All right.
I'll go with you because now that really, we talked about it all week long about how they're just going to run the ball. We're going to just wildcat this thing because we had seen the first 2 games when Jace comes in, we're wildcatting.
That's right.
I'm like, that's what we're going to do. And they developed a passing game for that young man tonight, and he took advantage of it. And really, that first half, those stats that you read off early, he was 11 for 10 or something early.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? I mean, he's
153 yards in the first half.
90%. I mean, it's 90% completion rate. So should have thought. I mean, I should have thought about that. I just look at these defensive stats, and we get 3 takeaways, and 2 of them are by 1 kid on defense. But anyway, I got to give it to Arnold.
I'm a defensive guy too, and I love it. I think that's what's going to continue to build our success. But tonight, it was all about Jace Arnold keeping the drives running and managing that offense very well. From next week, we're on the road to Muskogee. We go down to play a great team down there. So I hope you guys at home come along with us.
I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing. I think it's Rougher Village. I've driven by it a couple times in the last year, this year, and I'm looking forward to seeing this. Jared Mendenhall, superintendent of schools, has done a great job of building that. Travis Hill, great coach there that has rebuilt the pride of that program. It's going to be a huge matchup next week. Looking forward to that time there.
It was a big game last year in Sand Springs, so I'm looking forward to another great battle down there in Muskogee. Before we sign off here, I want to thank our sponsors one more time, Amanda Dudley Real Estate, Studebaker Law Firm, and Advanced Orthopedics. Thank you guys again for your sponsorship of Sandite Athletics. We appreciate all that you do for our kids and our football program. Final score, 27. Sandites scored 27 points. Ponca City Wildcats 14. We had a great win tonight. For all of our Sandite viewers, we look forward to seeing you next week at 6:30 with our tailgate show live from Muskogee Stadium. So we look forward to seeing you guys on the road next week. Chris, thanks for another great night. We will see you next time.
All right.